Come on, 49 faithful, let's get it.
Because it's 49er mind.
We gotta do this one time for the Empire.
It's 49er mind. It's 49er mind.
We gotta get that brick by brick done quick.
49er mind.
Yeah, yo, we can't listen to them haters, man.
49er mind.
We from the Bay.
49er mind.
We them San Francisco 49ers.
49er mind.
We got that red and gold blood inside us.
49er mind.
Oh yeah, freak out, yeah, I'm looking right into the video scope, and this is Macho Man, #1 Macho Man impersonator, past, present, future, yeah, and I'm here to tell you, and you are watching 49er Minded with Bashar, yeah, the cream of the crop, dig it?
What's going on, everybody? Hey, this is another installment of the preview for the NFC Championship game between the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers, and Los Angeles Rams. You know, we're less than 24 hours away from kickoff. I'm excited. I know everybody else here is excited. The chat's already filled up. So let me say what's up to some people in the chat before I bring my guest on. So who do we have here? We got CG Ruthless Sports. What's up, CG? Subscribe to his channel. Check him out. He's a YouTuber, 49er YouTuber. Check his page out. 49er Chanel, always watching the shows. Thank you very much. Shout out to you, man. What up, Faithful? He says, Big Play Slay. What's up, Big Play Slay? He's a fellow YouTuber, content creator. He's an Eagles fan, so check him out. Kenny, all the way up in the Pacific Northwest, says, let's go Niners. Can't wait. We got Prius game. I don't know if he's going to the game or not. He said he might be going to the game. I don't know, but he's a big Niner fan, obviously. Always watching the show. And Young Creeper over in El Paso, Texas. How you doing, man? David McNew, go 49ers, Who House. Hey, man, I think they're expecting like a 67% turnout of 49er fans. Something crazy like that. JR Meadows, what's up, man? Just got his footballs and he's ready to go. What's up, Corey? How you doing, man? Let's wreck SoFi and make this a home game. Shout out to Corey. Good buddy of mine's been on the show. Good buddy of mine from Twitter. And Caesar Guire says, Jimmy Ward, more days till game day. Go Niners. And let me just bring my guest on. He's a new YouTuber, 49er content creator. Bay Area guy, really nice dude. So I barely know the guy, but I was like, hey man, you know, let's do something. He hit me up, and I had to talk with him and said, yeah, let's make it happen. So without further ado, let me bring him on. We got Keltz Chronicles, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Yourself, man?
Fantastic, man. Hey, look, man, the moment I wasn't feeling good a little earlier, and I was a little tired, but hence the show got a little delayed, and we're doing this late night. And I appreciate you for coming on late, because I normally run my shows a little earlier, but you know, once it's lights, camera, action, I'm game. It's just like when I was out in the football field, you know. Once that ball snaps and that kickoff, they do that kickoff, I'm ready, you know. Just that you just get pumped up and you're ready to go. You know, I'm ready to step on the field right now.
Hey, pumped up, man. Hey, my heart always gets pumping before a show, before I play football, before the 49ers game. Whenever it's something I really care about, my heart always gets pumping, man. So I'm right there with you. I had a little bit of a weird day, so I'm in the same boat, my man.
Okay, it's all good. We'll have a great day tomorrow, though. So we got some new people.
I'm juiced.
We got some new, me too, man. Got some new people that trickled in. Let me say what's up to them. We have, Kenny says Niner fans have already taken over LA. Over LA. The videos I've seen are just ridiculous. It almost makes the Dallas takeover look like nothing. Prius Game says might stay behind and bet money instead. Would use winning. Oh, so you're still not sure if you're gonna go to the game? You better make up a decision, man. Okay, so JR Meadows says he thinks it's gonna be 33-0. Excuse me. And we got Elias Lopez says, "What's up, Bash Beats LA? Let's go." Forever Niner Empire podcast. What's up, man? How you doing? Trying to think of who you are, because your name sounds like For the Faithful podcast. I know who those guys are. I'm not sure if you guys are a different podcast, but I think I might remember who you are from Twitter. Might have had to talk to you on Twitter. And who else we got here? Okay, Don Suave, good buddy of mine from the Bay Area, San Jose, says, yay. I can't do that yee that everybody does. Can you do it? There you go.
There
I
it
can't
is.
hit those high notes. I can't hit those high notes.
You know, it used to be. It's funny. It used to be when I was younger. It used to be a ski.
You're definitely Bay Area, man, with all those little
Yeah.
sound effects that you make. You know, I grew up in the East Bay as well. We got Darwin. What's up, Darwin? Says, what's up, Bash? We got Chardal in the house. I'm thinking I might make this once I get my interview portion finished with my IC questions. We dive into the heavy football talk and all that. If you want to make it a little bit of a longer shot, I might have callers jump on. We might be able to talk to them if you want to do that. Otherwise, I'll just talk to the callers if you have to go. But let's get started, man. So I want to make sure people know who you are. Now, Keltz, I'm assuming is your last name, right? But what's your first name? If you don't want to disclose it, it's all good. But
My first name is Richard, and
okay.
you know, Keltz is my last name. It's you know, yeah. So,
Okay.
my show is Keltz Chronicles. You know, you can find me on Facebook on Keltz Chronicle without the S. And yeah, man. So I love the 49ers. You know, it's probably since I was in the womb, and
Yeah.
I'm just ready, man. I love football. I love the Niners, so I'm ready
Where'd you
for it.
grow up exactly? Where'd you grow up?
Vallejo, California, my man.
Okay. Yeah, so I was telling you earlier. I actually went to elementary school and high school at one point. I lived in Pinole at one point, so not too far from Vallejo. Very familiar with Vallejo actually. And like, was there anybody though growing up? Do you remember what age you became a 49er fan? Was there anybody who influenced you to be a 49er fan? Do you remember how it all started?
Ah, man, my mom was always a 49er fan, and I could still hear her yelling, just go, go, go. You know, when she was mad, it would be different words. It would be, you stupid MFer. Um, but so it was always in the Bay Area. It was always you're a Niner or you're a Raider, and my family, especially my mom, she loved the 49ers. But I do remember a specific memory when I fell in love with the 49ers. I believe I'm pretty sure I was 5 years old, and it was the Pro Bowl game. I believe it was probably 1991, I believe. And so I'm watching the Pro Bowl game, and at this time in my life, I already love football. It's like I always had a football with me. I would play every day at recess, collect the cards, write my own playbooks, all of it. I was just a fanatic. And so I'm watching this Pro Bowl game, and I was super confused because I'm like, how come there's all these different logos? I had enough knowledge already to understand that this isn't normal. And so as I'm watching it, I'm asking whoever's sitting next to me, what's up with all the logos? And he's explaining to me, these are all the best players and all this stuff. And so I start to see the 49er helmets, and I noticed that there were more 49er helmets than the rest of the teams. So, I started trying to count how many I could count, and I believe it was like 4 or 5. And from what was on the field, that was the most. And from that moment, I was like, I seen Jerry Rice, I seen, Charles Haley and a few others, and I was just hooked. I was, my mom was already a fan, but from that moment, I wanted to play football every day, live it, breathe it, all of it, man. So that's how that started.
Oh yeah. So did you watch any of the Super Bowls? It sounds like you did, because if you're watching the Pro Bowl '91, what was the first Super Bowl, 49er Super Bowl that you watched?
It was the 94. It
The
was the
'94 one was
94.
Steve. Okay, got it.
But going up to 94, I watched as much ESPN Classic as I could. I read books on the history of the NFL. So, it feels like I watched the other Super Bowls 100 times, so. But my first one, was 94. I was 8 years old. I still remember it really well. And man, it was a long time ago, but it was beautiful. It was a beautiful Super Bowl for sure. We
Oh yeah, I
dominated.
remember that like it was yesterday. I remember watching that game with my
Yeah.
brother and his friends, and yeah, had a great time watching that. Some new people hopped in. We got Corey Davis in the building. How you doing, Corey? He says hello, 49er minded. We got Mariah 49er Faithful Lee. She has a YouTube podcast of her own with TL that she hosts. Her and TL, they do a wonderful job. She says bash and she put all these fires, so all these flames or whatever. So thank you, appreciate it. We got Niner Gang. I'm not sure who that is, but what's up? Welcome to the channel. And he says, I was 11 at the time. Okay, damn. And Shardal says, let's go 49ers. Go Faithful. He has a SG Sports Talk channel. He's a Cone Phone Hall of Famer on the Grant Cone Show. Check out Shardal. He's awesome. And yeah, man, watching these old school vintage, it's great to, even if you start, because I started kind of late for my age group, because I was like, when I really got into it, I was like 12, because I was into cartoons and wrestling at one point, and so, and I was fortunate, because the year I first really jumped in and became a big time fan was the year when we beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. But prior to that, the year before, I was seeing Jerry Rice on TV in the highlights, and I was like, wow, this looks cool, man. I like this team, 49ers, but I didn't know much about the game that year. But I was just getting into football because my brother was playing for, my brother was in junior high and he was getting into football, and he kind of led me along the way. But, watching those old school things like you were watching, to help you, like, build the knowledge and all that stuff. I was glued to ESPN. There was no NFL Network back then. It was just ESPN and whatever you had on the local networks that would play some football. They'd run some preseason games and then, the regular season games. So, yeah, all that came in handy. I'd have the football magazines and all that stuff. I was reading all that stuff. I was even subscribing to some Pro Football Weekly newspaper at the time. So I did a lot of like research on my own just to get myself, more educated about the game in terms of the years that I missed, so because I caught on to it so quick. I was like, wow, I love this game. It's awesome. But do you remember the first 49er game you ever attended?
Yes, I do. Me personally, I grew up, the way I grew up was kind of survival mode. Not everybody's blessed to go to a ton of games, but I was lucky enough when I was, I believe I was 11 years old, and a friend took me to my first game, and I was so juiced up, man. It was almost like a dream come true. Like, I never thought I would ever even make it to a Niner game. And it was bittersweet because growing up, like, Jerry Rice was my just full-blown role model. Like, I wanted to be Jerry Rice. I'd get on the playground or play in high school, and, I would just try to really, be like Jerry, man, not be like Mike. A lot of people wanted to be like Mike and be like Michael Jordan. I was trying to be like Jerry. And so I went to the 1997, it was versus the Carolina Panthers and 49ers. And I know we won the game, but it was just bittersweet because that was the first year that Jerry got hurt. So he tore his ACL, I believe, versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And so it was kind of, I was super.
That game. I hated it.
Oh, man, when he got pulled down by, who was it, Warren Sapp, I think. Just the way, I think, what was it, a reverse? I think it was a reverse.
They ran a reverse with Jerry Rice, and Warren Sapp to this day pissed me off because what he did was, he did something really dirty. It was almost like he took Jerry Rice's face mask with both hands and acted like he was dunking a basketball with two hands on a rim and hanging from it in midair with his legs up in the air. That's what he did to Jerry Rice's face mask. Yeah. And Jerry Rice's knee, got cut up and tore his ACL. And that was such a dirty play. I'll never forget that, man.
Yeah, I believe we actually had a really good year. We had, I think we had a really good record that year still, but
we were still a good team. T.O. and J.J. Stokes kind of picked up the slack.
Yeah, and then the Packers got us, I think, in the second round. I think what happened,
I think that was a Packer game that we played when we played in Green Bay, if I'm not mistaken, that year.
Yeah.
We played in Green Bay. I remember watching that game too. That game sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my first game, and in total I've been to 3. And then I was actually building a studio for I used to do construction. I used to remodel and build homes and stuff. But we built this studio from the ground up, and he gifted me at the end of the job. He gave me a bonus and he took me to the Jerry Rice retirement ceremony game in 2006.
Okay.
Yeah, versus the Seahawks, where Frank Gore, broke off 212 yards. So Frank had a big game. I think it was 20 to 14, I believe. I know we won. All 3 games I've been to, we won. It's crazy, though. That story about going to the Jerry Rice retirement ceremony game, the guy I was working with was a huge Cowboy fan. And so it was just me and him who went to the game. And it was really, really awkward, man. It was awkward going with the Cowboy fan. He was a different kind of dude where, I mean, he's cutting people in line to the bathroom. Like everything we did, we were moving fast. I was like, man, we're about to get jumped. Man, he was a different dude, man. So it was a awkward situation, but hey, we won. Frank Gore went off, so I was happy. I was giving it to him.
Frank Gore was amazing that year. That was his best year, 2006. Remember that well. That was the year that Alex Smith was Alex Smith's second year, and Alex Smith was actually doing pretty good. North Turner was the offensive coordinator. I remember that very well. And
Yep.
Alex Smith's deep ball was excellent that year, and then the year after that he messed up his shoulder, and his deep ball was never the same. Let me see what's up to some in the chat. I believe we have a birthday dedication that we got to speak of. So Corey Davis says, today is David McNew's 45th birthday. Go 49ers and beat the Rams for David McNew's birthday. Happy birthday, David McNew. I know you're a very loyal viewer. You're awesome. I see you on a lot of other people's streams too. You're just a huge Niner fan. I know how much you love the Niners. I know how passionate you are for the 49ers. So within your, today's your birthday, and I hope that our 49ers gave you the much needed birthday present that you need with that W. And it'll be a present that we can all celebrate. It'll be a thing. We'll all be able to celebrate your birthday in fashion and style. So we got somebody else here too. What's up? How's this guy doing? Where's he at? We got Aaron for 49ers First Takes. What's up, dude? Says, what's up, dude? Stopping to pay my respect. It's at 1 a.m. About to hit the pillow. Go Niners. Yeah, he's all the way in New York. So big 49er fan. He has a wonderful channel. Had him on before. Been on his channel. Awesome dude, man. So should definitely check him out. And actually Kenny, one of my buddies in here, he brought up a really good point, just really quick about this upcoming game. I didn't want to forget that. Where was it? It was about who was injured or who might be missing the game. So he said, Kenny says we only have 2 questionable players, Trent Williams and Jeff Wilson Jr. So now, if Trent Williams' status was doubtful, then I'd be more in like, oh wow, he's not going to play. But questionable, usually when players are questionable, it's not 100% guaranteed they're going to play, but it's looking better. So hopefully they both play, because I'd like to see Jeff Wilson Jr. get the ball as well. I don't know about you, man. I kind of feel like, I love Elijah Mitchell, but I kind of feel like Jeff Wilson Jr. needs to get the ball from time to time, just to make Elijah Mitchell, just to rest him a bit and get him more, give him a little bit more rest, so later in the game he can pull off like a big long run. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, looking at it from a fan's perspective, I love Jeffrey Wilson Jr. And then the other side of me wants to say, hey, don't fix what ain't broke.
I bet I was muted. Niner Gang, what's up, Niner Gang? Niner Gang says Trent didn't play the last Rams game, so do not worry if he is limited. Yeah, we had Colton McKivitz playing at left tackle. He was getting helped a bit by George Kittle. I liked what I saw from Jalen Moore. I forgot what game it was, but I know Jalen Moore had actually started a game, if not 2 games, I believe, when Trent Williams was out. And Jalen Moore did not look too bad. So, and obviously I want Trent Williams out there. I'd rather have him out there. We got Amin the Dream. What's up, man? I've been on his channel a few times. He's been on my channel. I'd like to have him back on one day. Great dude. He's a Cone Foam Hall of Famer. And he says, what's up? He's a big 49er fan. He's only 14 years old, but he's very knowledgeable. Awesome dude. We got No Border Sports. I got all these people from running their own podcasts on here. It's kind of cool. So No Border Sports is the No BS podcast, as I like to call it. It's Ryan and Waruna. Waruna's a writer for all 49ers Sports Illustrated. Definitely check them out. Hey, I love shouting you guys out, man, because I just appreciate you guys watching the show. And I know we're all hyped up about tomorrow's game, which we will get into. I just wanted to ask this guy a few other questions about his 49er fan experiences. Have you ever, you got any cool stories in regards to meeting any 49er players by any chance, or?
Man, I have not thought about this in a long time. I only have one experience. Wait, hold on. I know I have one experience. I have to really think. I might have met a few Raiders too. But yeah, man. So I met Bubba Paris. I probably was about maybe 12. And so man, I met Bubba Paris at I believe it was Walmart. I met Bubba Paris, and so him and my stepmom got to chopping it up, and they're chopping it up, and they worked out a deal. I got an autograph for a bucket of chicken. Oh
Wait, so
man,
your mom bought a bucket of chicken? You got a free autograph out of it?
it was lunchtime, and this man was hungry. And my stepmom, she's just a super cool person. She got a lot of love for me. She just wanted to make a memory out of it, and it was funny, but it was a cool experience. Yeah, he got a bucket of chicken. I got an autograph, and we got to kick it for a little while.
That's cool, man. So every time you look at that autograph of Bubba Paris, you might get hungry. You might buy yourself a bucket from KFC or Crispy Crunchy Chicken or Popeyes or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was KFC, man. It was a long time ago, but
Okay, got you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got a new guy in the chat. Who's this? I just want to say what's up to him. It says RNK Mac, welcome to the channel. It says Go Niners. Appreciate all the newcomers here. Love it. And we got all the old school people here. The newcomers are awesome. Yeah, that's cool, man. It's always fun to meet a 49er player. Hang on, I almost lost my feed for a second. This guy says smash the like button. I was gonna put in my banner. That reminded me. Yeah, it's always cool meeting 49er players. Every now and then, if you meet a celebrity or an athlete or whatever, you may catch them at the wrong time on the wrong day, and they may not want to talk to you. They may not want to give you that autograph. It's just part of life. But for the most part, my encounters with 49er players have been pretty good. So I am definitely thankful for that, without a doubt. And CJ Ruther says he is pumped up for tomorrow. I'm pumped up too, man. If you guys aren't pumped up, and before at the end of the interview, I've been doing this the last two shows, so just warning you, man. I'm gonna be playing my song, my who's going to the game? What's good? Like Don Suave was saying right here. So we're gonna get hypey in here for a minute. Just because it's all about positive energy. You're gonna be proactive. I'm gonna be pumped up. You're gonna be pumped up. Everybody in the chat's going to be pumped up. Everybody watching. Everybody at home tomorrow before the game starts and while the game is going. And all the fans who are going to be in attendance. I believe it's going to be like 67% Niner fans in SoFi Stadium, Levi South. It is going to be crazy. I wish I was there. I saw so many cool videos of all the Niner fans out there, which is amazing, man. And let's see what else we got going. Do you remember what your first 49er jersey was? I don't know. I don't know if you were about jerseys or anything like that. You see you wearing one right now, actually.
Man, it was Jerry Rice. It was Jerry. Man, it's just always been Jerry Rice was my go-to. The last one that I bought, which is actually, it's a little bit of a. The last one I bought was actually last year when River Craycraft was number 86.
86, yeah.
And then because that's my birth year is 86, but then on top of it, River Craycraft is actually my son's cousin. So.
Oh really? Okay. Wow, that's cool, man.
Yeah. It's a little weird how it all kind of ties together. He wound up being on.
That sounds odd. You said he's your son's cousin, so he must. I mean, he's related to River Craycraft from his mom's side or something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
So that's the last one that I bought was for my son, man. It was a trip to see part of my son's last name. His name is Craycraft Keltz. So to see,
cool.
So to see, the team that we root for, and to see that name, on a jersey on a team that we root for.
That's amazing, man. That's awesome. Man.
Yeah. So that was kind of, cool for my son. So yeah, man.
Okay, cool. So we got my boy Dan Castillo representing the 209, the 209er Empire, as I like to say sometimes. I live in the 916, and sometimes I say the 916. He says, "Yo, Bash, I feel Jimmy getting that first playoff touchdown tomorrow. let's fucking go. I don't want to cuss today, but fuck it, I'll just cuss. Get loud. Let's go Niners. Let's go, baby. Yeah, Jimmy needs some touchdowns, man. Not saying that he needs to throw 3 or 4 touchdowns or whatever, but at least throw 1 touchdown. We're gonna run some touchdowns in. We need to get some damn points on the board, you know.
Yeah, he's due. He's due.
He's due for good. He's due to have a decent game. So hopefully he's got one going on tomorrow. David McNews says, okay, that's just saying what's up to CG Ruthless. I get that. Yeah, man, I'm hyped up for the game. So I know you're a Vallejo guy. It was funny because somebody in the chat, I don't know if you saw it, way early in the chat, I'm going to throw up on the screen because it cracked me up. It was one of my friends that put the chat. I know this guy really well from my San Jose days. He threw up into deep.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, man?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, back to the hotel, huh?
Oh, yeah, back to the hotel, yeah.
Did you know them or by chance? Or I think they were a little bit older than you. They were older than you, yeah.
You know what? I know people tied to him. It's a small Vallejo, so a lot of people.
Vallejo's not big, yeah.
So a lot of people know a lot of people, but I never actually met them personally.
Yeah.
It's funny too because E40 at the same time, we lived in close places, like blocks away from each other several times, but I never got to meet him.
Never got to meet 40, okay.
Never got to meet him. It's funny though, because just, being around the same streets and you wind up, kicking it with, maybe one of his cousins or, it's off the hook out here, man. But I never got to meet anybody like that. Never got to meet Mac Dre or, there's another guy out here named, he used to rap back in the day named Young Drew, which used to rap with JT, and JT's kind of.
Bigger fan, I remember that.
Yeah. So
Well, I want to ask you though, who are your favorite rappers? Do you have like a top 4, top 5 in no particular order, or just people that you influenced or grew up listening to back in the day, or just
Man, I think I fell in love with rap. Probably Richie Rich.
Okay, Richie Rich. Wow, from San Francisco, right?
Richie Rich, and that just tied into Tupac, and then Tupac kind of just, it all kind of. And then I would listen to Sibo. I would listen to some Sibo, Yuck Mouth, Keltz. I was listening to a lot of West Coast underground hip hop, and also Mac Dre and E40, of course. Be legit. Selly Sale. So yeah, that's kind of.
You know who I did meet? I used to work at Hilltop Mall. If you probably remember Hilltop Mall from back in the day. And one time I was working there, and I rang up. She came in and bought some stuff from the store I was working at, Copeland Sports, and I rang up Sugar T, E40's sister. The girl basically the girl that sang a lot of E40's hooks, and she'd rap on some of E40 songs. And she was hella cool. And working that same job, one time I met Rapper Forte. He came into the store too. So didn't really meet too many rappers. I met Mac Mall. I got a picture of Mac Mall, and I filmed this tailgate party over at Candlestick Park. I still have it on my Facebook. I did a whole nice editing job with it, but I filmed it with a really old crappy camera. But it was a great experience meeting Mac Mall. He rocked the tailgate party, and he did a short little introduction on the video that I made, and just awesome dude, man. Just tons of fun, and I love meeting rappers that are 49er fans. I think it's so cool, and I've actually had some 49er rappers for the 49er Empire on the show too. Lesser known, not as famous, but they're great. They do great work in their own right. And what's up, Corey? Corey says E40 is a member at Blackhawk, which I valet for 13 years. I know him well. The nicest human being you can ever meet. Super chill. Yeah, I heard he lives in Blackhawk. Yeah, that makes perfect sense because I heard he does live up there. We got Pinora. What's up, Pinora? Long time no see, man. Good to see you on here. And C says Sprinkle Me. Yeah. Sugar T's on Sprinkle Me. Yep. She sure is. Yeah, really nice lady, man. Also, there were some other rappers that I met, but I'm forgetting. Go ahead.
The Click.
The
Click. Yeah,
I seen Be Legit at the mall. E40's brother pushing the stroller one time. I didn't talk to him though. He was busy, Big dude though, man. I didn't really want to irritate him or nothing. Yeah. So what else is going on? So all right. So do you have every now and then? What I do is before I get into the football talk, I like to because my thing is I'm a big pizza guy. I have a pizza oven, and a lot of people say that nothing goes better with football than pizza. Kind of like pizza's almost like the unofficial food of football. So do you have any like favorite pizza spots in the Bay Area, or any preferences? Like, do you like a New York style pizza, or like a Chicago deep dish pie, or any like favorite place to go in the Bay Area when it comes to pizza?
You know what? I'm kind of just like not a picky dude. Like I don't know. I kind of just almost let my wife choose. Hey, whatever you want, babe, that's what we're gonna do. Happy wife, happy life type of deal. One thing I do know is I do not like mushrooms. I don't like
Oh, you don't like
mushrooms
mushrooms. Oh, okay,
at
okay.
all. Hey, but one place I will say that's kind of outside of the box is what was it called? I kind of stayed in Palo Alto for a while. Pizza in My Heart was pretty
I
good.
know that
I don't-
place. I know. I used to live in the South Bay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Pizza My Heart. Yeah.
It was a little bit on a different story. Actually, my daughter, man, we were in Stanford University for a good 8 months out there in Palo Alto. My daughter, 10 years ago, had a liver transplant. So,
Oh
uh,
wow.
so it introduced me to Pizza in My Heart, man, and just she's doing amazing today. She's doing probably better than any liver transplant recipient has ever done, and it's just amazing
It's
and a
great to hear.
blessing. So,
Great to hear.
yep.
That's cool. So that's cool. That's good to hear. I mean, I was asking some pizza questions, but I didn't know you were going to get into that part. And Corey loves him some Zachary's pizza. She says Zachary's in Oakland is the best pizza in the Bay Area, period. Do not tell Corey otherwise when it comes to pizza. But Zachary's is very good Bay Area pizza. That's excellent. You can't go wrong with them without a doubt. Forever Niner podcast says, Forever Niner Empire podcast says, is B40 performing at the halftime game tomorrow? Halftime at the game tomorrow. I wish I was. Then I'd be at the game. That'd be nice. I'd have a free ticket to that. Oh, well, you know how much I wish I was there, man. Yeah, man. So I think I pretty much covered all the topics. Oh, yeah, here's a really good question for you. Because I remember just before we actually got in touch and before I started doing streams again, just out of nowhere, I just ran across your channel. And I was like, who is this guy? And I subscribed. And any Niner podcast that I run into on YouTube or any 49er based channel, I kind of subscribe to all of them. It's because I like to support them. And what made you get into the whole YouTube arena and do a 49er channel? Well, how did that all happen? How did that start?
All right, man. So to be honest, this is completely out of my comfort zone. And I would text the radio station, I'm super old school, man. I barely would do anything on social media. I barely would even check my Facebook. So all of this is kind of lightweight, brand new to me. So I was kind of an old school dude that would listen to 95.7 The Game. I'd watch the games, and I've always been really just detail orientated on the game. And I've always had passion for the game. But so, Jimmy Garoppolo actually helped me start a YouTube channel because I knew it was time to draft somebody that was the legacy that I was used to in the 90s. We got spoiled, with Joe Montana and Steve Young. And to be honest, man, I kind of got tired of stuff. I kind of, I hate to say it, I hate to bring this kind of talk up, in a show like this, being the NFC Championship game tomorrow, but that's how it started. I started doing research on Trey Lance, and a couple of months before the draft, I started texting the radio station and was like, hey, we need to go get this dude, Trey Lance. I don't care what it takes, on and off the field. This dude is brilliant. He's just, so my first time I went on Cone Phone, and I think it was in March, and I was like, hey, we need to get this dude, Trey Lance, yada, yada, yada. And, it didn't really seem like it was catching too much fire. So I was like, hey, I'm going to make a channel. I'm going to see, me being lightweight, naive to, social media and how everything works. I was like, hey, maybe there's a chance Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch might hear me if I get loud enough. Go get Trey Lance.
So Trey Lance was your inspiration, and hey, look, we've all had our complaints and criticisms for Jimmy G this year. I am happy though we are where we are, and hopefully I'm hoping the best for Jimmy tomorrow and from here on out because it's going to benefit us some way or the other. But we all know this Trey Lance is the future, and I'm going to be really super excited about Trey Lance next year. But right now, obviously, our focus is tomorrow and the next, hopefully the week after, the weeks after. Hopefully, if God is good to us in that regard. So that's cool, man. Everybody has their own unique story how they became a YouTuber, and with me, I was like just like you mentioned, 95.7 The Game. Shout out to Butcher Boy. And who's that? Bonte Hill. They have a great show, The Morning Roast, on 95.7 The Game. You can actually watch it on YouTube. You don't have to watch it live. You can go back and watch it. I highly recommend watching those guys. They're awesome, and I've definitely been in their live chat from time to time, every now and then on YouTube. And my friend 49er Tone, who's a fellow YouTuber, really good friend of mine from back in the Candlestick days. He'll call in on The Morning Roast at 95.7 The Game too from time to time. So shout out to those guys. But yeah, man, somebody said something very interesting in the chat. I wanted to see if I could go back and pop it up. Oh, Dan Castillo, what's up, man? I really appreciate it. He says we need 8 more subscribers for me to get 400 subscribers. So I'm almost at the milestone, kind of getting there. Maybe tomorrow or maybe today. We'll see, man. We got a bro man from Twitter, man. It says, let's go Niners. Let's go Niners, obviously. What's up, bro man? Appreciate you being on here. I know the Twitter spaces are always live and popping, and they're always hectic. Every now and then I need to take a break for the Twitter spaces because they kind of get a little repetitive for me, but they're tons of fun when I do go on there in general, though. But yeah, man, tomorrow's game is going to be something. I mean, here we are. We're playing the Rams for a third time this season, and it was weird because I was, not that I was scared, but I was just kind of worried, or, maybe the anxiety was kind of kicking in a little bit, when I was this is before Tampa Bay and the Rams played, obviously, and we were trying to figure out who we were going to play, and I was like, oh, do I want to play a Rams team 3 times? And I was, do I, but so the Rams, they beat the Bucks, and I was worried. I was like, hey, I don't want to play Tom Brady, right? I think I'd rather play Matthew Stafford than Tom Brady. We're talking about the whole quarterback thing with Jimmy G and stuff. Because at the end of the day, you kind of think, like, when we play these games, like, the team with the better quarterback wins. And it's, in many cases, Stafford puts up amazing numbers, and you could make the argument that he is a better quarterback than Jimmy G. But, the whole wins thing, and it's kind of true from time to time. It's kind of weird, but, obviously, Stafford's on a very, very talented Rams team. So, they put up 12 wins this season. But people still question whether or not Stafford plays like a winner. Can he win it when they need him to? And I'm feeling pretty good about this Rams game coming up because, well, we got 67% of Niner fans supposedly going to be in attendance. It's pretty much going to be a home game for us. What do you think going into this game?
Well, just to hit on the quarterback thing, it feels like it doesn't matter if it's a Matthew Stafford, a Dak Prescott, a Aaron Rodgers, it just feels like the 49ers are on a different level. It feels like we're playing kind of like sometimes in sports, it's like everybody's talented. Once you get to the championship game, there's going to be talent on both sides. And a lot of times it feels like, who wants it more? And so I'm kind of looking at it like it feels like the 49ers still have a bitter taste in their mouth from 2019. It feels like they are united on top of it. It feels like they're playing their brand and they just have their swag. They have their chip on the shoulder of we're going to come and take it this year. And then they got that swag of just being like a cool, confident, and then they're fighting like dogs. It's like, it's just a beautiful mixture when you get all that come together. And so I kind of look at it like, I believe Debo and Nick Bosa were both rookies in 2019. And so I feel like a little bit more maturity has happened, a little bit more togetherness out of all those people being together. Or, we got the experience as a whole entire unit. Like, yes, the Rams have been there a couple years ago, but not with Matthew Stafford, not with some of the new guys that they've brought in. And you could kind of say the same for us, but our core unit of our main people with Garoppolo, Debo, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, the list goes on. I feel like we're just primed for this game. We got a lot of things just on our side. Yeah, our fans, the sea of red is flooded out there. You got all the little bit of juicy stuff, that comes with Donald not knowing Debo. You got, there's just so many layers to this thing that's happening, and it feels like everything is favored to us. We're 6-0, 2-0 this season, the last 6, and then the last 6, Jimmy Garoppolo, he's got I believe it's a 96 quarterback rating in those 6 wins. Jimmy Garoppolo is 6-0 versus the Rams. In a weird way, it almost makes me feel like there's so many things that are kind of going our way. That's almost the one thing that I won't even say. I feel like we could have the potential to dominate this game. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, and I mentioned the 67% of fans expected to be in attendance as far as Niner fans go. 67% also goes in relation to teams that have played each other 3 times during the season. The odds are in our favor, so it's actually 67% odds that the team who usually gets the better end of the other team will win that 3rd game. So not trying to say that every stat like that matters, but the odds are kind of in our favor, even though we may think like, oh damn, how dare we play a team 3 times? They're going to be out to get us. And the thing is though, look at this though, man. I mean, think about the Seattle Seahawks, right? No matter how much we think we can have one up on them, or how much we think we might be more talented than that squad at that point in time in the season, for whatever it is, we find a way to make mistakes against Seattle. They're in our heads for whatever weird, odd, strange reason. And I think that goes with the whole 49ers-Rams rivalry. And it could possibly go into Sean McVay's head as well. Shanahan's is kind of like his teacher, and he's his pupil. And I think we have the mental advantage too, So we'll see what's up, man. We'll definitely see what's up. We got a lot of crazy stuff going on in the chat. I don't know if I can even keep up with what's going on in the chat. What I wanted to do was what I wanted to show, because you were saying that it's going to be lit. I just want to show everybody what it looks like in Los Angeles right now, how crazy it is down there. What I'm going to do is my boy Antonio Aravallo, great buddy of mine from the basically I know him from the Candlestick days. He ran a lot of the tailgates at Polar in Candlestick. He still runs Empire Row tailgate over at Levi's, and he put together some really nice live videos on his feed. So what I was just going to do is just go through some of the videos that he put together today, and just how crazy and how lit things are down there. I mean, it's just awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys some of that right now. I'm going to share my screen a little bit. And it's not going to be full screen though, because it's the way the Facebook story is, kind of like the Instagram story is. But nonetheless, I'm going to play it for you guys. I'm going to share the screen just to give you guys an example of what's going on right now down in LA. Just a second. Hang on. Which one is this? Facebook. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. So this is basically the 49er fan experience in LA. What's going on in LA? I'm going to go back a couple and see what's up with this.
Fans for real. Tom's Watch Bar, man. We out here. DJ, you go. Let's go. Check this venue out. It's beautiful, man.
They're at this awesome sports bar. I don't know what the name of it is. Let's go, Niner fans.
About to get this thing started. Line is out the door. It's cracking right now. We got the line all the way down. All the way down. Thank you, Zeddy. We got the line all the way down. It's cracking right now. Out here with Sourdough Sam right now. We're about to go to the Super Bowl. We're about to go to the Super Bowl. Where my Niners at? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Here with the legendary Eric Davis, San Francisco 49er quarterback, Super Bowl champion. Thank you so much for helping us win that ring.
You done it for me, right?
Yeah, man, I'm about to win a ring right now.
There it is.
Yeah,
There it is. So we even.
We even. Thank you, brother. Thank you for coming out. Ready to have a good time?
Of course.
You ready to win a Super Bowl again?
We gotta go through the Rams.
Hey, let's go. We're gonna go through the Rams. We're together.
That's everything.
If you came in here with your motherfucking game, make some motherfucking noise.
That's the rapper
If you came here with the 49ers, make some noise.
Oh.
Satisfied.
Hey, where my Niners at?
Change shine bright like K-Time. Stagnate bread like a way. Straight to the bag. That's a ball, I'ma do this shit again.
Man, P-Lo. You know what? We out here. We on the P-Lo. Hold on. We on the birth of a Super Bowl right now. What do you think, brother? And they don't want you in. They hating on us.
That's a little what I wanted to show you guys, just how crazy it is in LA. That was P-Lo the rapper. If you guys know who he is, a Bay Area rapper. There's a song, Same Squad. The 49ers had that song going on their promos a lot, and the scene out there is just crazy, and I can only imagine how it's going to be in the stadium tomorrow.
Man, oh man, I I wish I was there. I wish I was
see
there.
that, I get goosebumps, man. I was watching some of that stuff live. He was posting it live, and I was getting goosebumps. It was pretty crazy, man.
One that one of the ones that pumps me up too. It's kind of an older one, but the San Francisco Anthem.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. San Quinn on it.
Yeah.
That's a good one, man. Yeah, man. As 49er fans, we are very fortunate because there's a lot of great 49ers. The rappers that do great 49er songs, bass songs for us, and they're very talented. And what I was hearing from other fan bases that it's not so great, in terms of what they put out. Obviously going into every 49er game, it's almost like, hey, how are we going to beat this team? What's the strategy? What should we do? And it almost gets repetitive when we talk about it week after week, because you probably know where I'm going with this, but it's almost like, oh, just continue to run the ball. But I almost feel like in this game, like, sure, I want to run the ball and I want to get the ground game going, but I want to get the play action going too. If they're going to stack the box on us, we haven't seen much from Kittle lately, man. I'm saying get Kittle the ball. Jimmy G in general has a great relationship with Kittle, and usually they connect very well. And I'm dying to see what Kittle can do. And we all remember when Kittle was saying that, I'm going to be back here. I'm going to be back here with the MF and vengeance or whatever. And I hope he's going to be just crazy tomorrow. Man, I just can't wait to see what Kittle does. And I obviously want to see Debo get more involved in the passing game and not used so much as a runner, man. I don't know what you think, but
Man, I never would have thought that we would see something like a blocked punt for a touchdown. I never thought it would be special teams that would basically be the main factor of why we won in Green Bay. We look at what happened in Seattle. It seems like special teams has kind of failed us. We either play decent or it's failed us this year. And for us to pull the victory out versus Green Bay like that was just, I know it was the weather. I know there was a lot of factors, but it just kind of goes to show that with the NFL, sometimes we just don't know. No matter how much we could be talking about the run game, win in the trenches, Garoppolo better play a clean game. We would love to see, Elijah Mitchell keep doing what he's doing, Debo keep doing what he's doing. It'd be nice to see George Kittle get involved. But my big thing about Kittle, there's so many players that make factors that it won't show up on the stat sheets. Kind of like Eric Armstead. There's a lot of times where he might not have blown up on the stat sheet, but he's doing his job. Even if it's stopping a runner that wasn't for a tackle for a loss, that might have stopped a third down. Or there's so many layers and so many factors to the game to where it's like as long as Kittle is making some great blocks, as long as everybody's kind of doing their job and not making mistakes, I mean, that's all I could really hope for, man, is just to see everybody play smart and see everybody play with heart.
That rhymes. I like that.
Yes, sir.
Be smart and see everybody play with heart. You should write that down and use it on your next show. That's a good one. I like that. Or put it in a rap or whatever. I don't know. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Let me see what's up to Angel Cortez, repping the 49ers in Southern California. I don't know if he's going to the game, but I know he's going to definitely be repping anywhere he's at. Says, what's up, Bash? Long time no see, bro. I always enjoy talking to you. We got Tommy Huxley in the chat. He says, if we don't use Debo in the run game, we do not win. I like Debo more so on those outs. I like him on the jet sweeps. I like him when we run running plays where we turn the corner and get him more to the outside zone. I just don't want him smashing into linebackers and smashing into possible D linemen like the way we saw it in Green Bay. That's the only thing I don't want to see. But I'll say this: Shanahan's going to have some tricks up his sleeve. At least we assume he will, because this is. This might be the last game of the season that he coaches, so he's got to do whatever he can. Show he's probably got a playbook that's probably like 500 pages long, and they probably only use like maybe 30 of it in the games that we've seen so far. So who knows what we see in terms of Kyle and what he's going to pull out of his bag. Am I missing anybody else from the chat? I know there's some new people that did pop in every now and then. Yeah, man, I'm almost speechless in terms of how excited I am. I'm loving what I see from the pass rush in this playoffs. Who would have thought, the special teams has been ridiculed all year long. They were terrible, and here we go. The special teams makes a historical 49er play. They block. Jordan Willis just breaks through, bulldozes the living daylights out of the long snapper. Blocks the punt. Love the way that block punt looked and sounded. The ball's flying in the air. I'm yelling at the screen. Everybody's yelling at the TV. Get the ball, get the ball. Here comes Talanoa flying a touchdown. I mean, who would have ever thought that? And then earlier in the game when Jimmy Ward blocked the field goal, we got a really nice surprise. So hopefully there's some type of surprise that we get tomorrow. Somebody steps up out of nowhere and makes a huge play. I want to see a pick six. I want to see something we sacked Matthew Stafford, Bosa sacks Matthew Stafford, the ball pops loose, and Fred Warner runs it into the touchdown. I just want to see something huge, something big tomorrow, man, and I'm sensing it with that crowd behind this team, man. I just think that we're going to see some magic tomorrow, man. I'm just so pumped up right now. I can't even think straight right now.
Mitch Wisnowski, get down, Mitch Wisnowski. Man, I'm pumped up too, man. One of the main things, I think it's gonna have a major impact, and I almost don't even want to talk about it too much. I get a little weird like that, but I think K'Wan Williams is gonna make a bigger impact than we realize. Because we could go back to the first matchup and say, okay, Cooper Kupp, he had 11 catches, 122 yards. K'Wan didn't do very well on him. But if you look, how much of those 11 catches and 122 yards resulted into points or resulted into a whole bunch of conversions on third down, And then we could look at, we could kind of say, hey, it might not make that big of a difference, but I think K'Wan is a lot shiftier than Dante Johnson. I think it will make a bigger impact. Another thing I noticed the last matchup was DeMeco Ryans called a heck of a game in that second half versus the Rams blitzing on third down with Greenlaw and Warner. And then I noticed how DeMeco Ryans didn't hesitate to use those blitzes more with the safeties versus the Packers. So I think those are going to be two key factors is, K'Wan Williams, and then also DeMeco Ryans adjusting. We'll see how he calls it. And then, the last time we faced the Rams, Jimmy Garoppolo was coming off that injury. And then Jimmy also didn't play the week before that. So even though it's only 1 week off, you're going to be a little bit, you're going to be a little off the game.
He's not on the injury report, so I'm guessing his thumb and his shoulder have healed properly. I mean, supposedly he was supposed to have surgery, so.
And then practicing, not having time off of practice, because Trey Lance played that Texans game, and just having that week off, and there was a lot of controversy. Are we going to play Trey? We going to play, just those things you've seen in the beginning of that Rams game, that he was a little bit more hesitant than he is normally, even though he still has his occasional mistakes. We all want him to play perfect and play better. I've been super hard on him, but right now I'm over here like, Jimmy Garoppolo, you got this. Play your best game. I'm going to be faithful, hopeful.
He has the key right now. He has the keys. Once the playoffs start, Jimmy G's got the keys to the car. He's in the driver's seat, and he's got to drive us to the promised land. So it is what it is, So somebody said something. Somebody made a funny comment. It was Pino. It really cracked me up. And I didn't notice your hat until he said it. He said, "Let me find out that hat belongs to Jesse Naylor." LOL. Shout out to Last Second Sports. I didn't realize that you were in an NFL hat that says Jesus on it, right? Or
yes, sir. Yes, it does.
I like that.
Yes,
hat.
it does, man.
That is something that Jesse Naylor would wear, though, without a doubt.
Hey, man.
He is.
Now I know exactly who Jesse Naylor is, and I think
he's awesome.
The first time I ever seen this hat, I don't know who got theirs first, but I got this from actually the guy's music that I sent you before the show, Brian Trejo, man. I got it hooked up by him, man. So
okay, yeah, I remember you sent me that. I didn't know who he was, but it was interesting when you sent me to it. I'll definitely check him out. I was gonna say about D'Amico Ryans, he's sought after, which sucks. It seems like any coach on the 49ers will have this success, and I don't know if it's because of our legacy with our Super Bowls and all that. And the NFL seems to latch on our success faster than anybody else, and they want to snag our guys away. It's like, hold up, did we even win a Super Bowl with these guys yet? Let us win a title with these dudes yet, and then you guys can sign them on as coaches. But shout out to D'Amico Ryans. He's at one point he was going through his growing pains as a defensive coordinator this year. And now we're seeing him step up big, and he does something really nice. That he disguises coverages a whole lot, so the quarterbacks don't know if somebody's going to blitz or not, or in terms of what the safeties are going to be doing. And so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of blitz packages they may throw up every now and then if need be. And I'm excited about this. I had a few other things to say, but I just can't remember because I'm just so hyped up about this game, man. It's just crazy. Don Suave says no mistakes from Compton, because if we're going to see mistakes from Compton, we're going to have to send him back to Compton, which isn't too far from where the stadium is. Yeah. We need everybody to step up, though. So, we're not going to bash any players, just because we got to get these guys as backs for these, tomorrow's game and hopefully another game after. We'll see.
Hey, was it Compton that got the fumble when Jimmy fumbled versus the Rams? Wasn't it Compton?
I can't remember who got it.
I think it was Kittle, and I think Compton. Well, Compton. He lightweight saved our season with that play right there, man. Mm-hmm. So it's apples and oranges, man. Everybody's gonna have their. Sometimes you show love by saying, demonstrating hard love. Sometimes, you show love by encouraging. It's always different forms of how we root for our team, man. And, as long as we all come together, man, and just, try to root for this thing in the right way, the spirit moves, man. So, man, let's get it done. I believe Super Bowl number 6 is coming back to the Bay without a doubt.
People were talking Super Bowl at one point in time in the season. I was telling them they're stupid, they're crazy, but we're inching towards closer there, and I don't want to jinx something, but it just, now I'm starting to feel something. So hopefully we get something good going on tomorrow. So Pinor says we do very well taking Ramsey away from the areas of the field that we want to target, and Aaron Donald is known to have his worst PSF grades against us because of our scheme and Brunskill. Yeah, I wish Brunskill could play like this week in and week out. He doesn't. He plays okay from time to time, but for whatever weird reason, he matches it up well against Aaron Donald. We match up well in general against the Rams. That's why I'm kind of feeling pretty good about tomorrow. Jalen Ramsey, sure, Shanahan has a way to scheme around certain players from time to time. I don't know how he does it, but with the Rams it works. So hopefully we see more of that. People are talking about the D-line. I love our D-line and who's going to get how many sacks. And I think somebody said we're going to get like 7 sacks. I was throwing it up in the chat. Oh, that was Angel. Says we're probably going to see 7 sacks. I hope if we get 7 sacks, man, we're going to be partying all day tomorrow. It's going to be a smooth ride in the Super Bowl if that's the case, man.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Go ahead.
I seen a stat pop up that showed how many. I think it said pressures, but it's like every one. Like, man, like 5 of our defensive linemen have like, I think the most. I don't remember what the stat was, but it was a crazy stat where it just showed how we were blowing every other team out of the water as far as how dominant our defensive line is with Omenihi and just Bosa and just the whole squad, man. It's like it's a beautiful thing to see. Uh, it's like you could see the foundation that John Lynch put down, and then also what Kyle Shanahan put down. Especially in Debo. I feel like that's the specific kind of player that Kyle Shanahan was dreaming of. That's why he tried to get a Jalen Hurd. He wanted to get that hybrid type of player.
Yeah,
and
I was
then,
a big Jalen Hurd guy, but he just didn't last.
Yeah. Nah, but hey, we got Debo though.
We got Debo and Juwan Jennings is stepping up as a third receiver, and that's helping a lot. Hopefully, Juwan definitely gets his share of catches tomorrow. We got 49er Dude in the chat. What's up, 49er Dude? He's going to be performing tomorrow at the tailgates, I believe, at the Pink Lot tomorrow, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I had him on my show, a really good 49er rapper with the song 49er Fresh and Gold Blooded. He says, if the D-line dominates, we win. Stafford is easily shook. Yeah, I totally agree. Let me share another video. We're going to do some fun stuff right now. Hey, we're going to get hypey pretty soon because we're going to play my song, just to warn you guys. I hope you're ready for it, Keltz. But before we do that, though, we're going to play some funny stuff because I always like the comedy, I always like the humor, and I'm going to share my screen and play a little funny video for you guys in regards to tomorrow's game. And for you wrestling fans, you'll know exactly what's going on when I play this. So enjoy, guys.
This is the Clash of Champions, and you're walking that aisle tonight versus the Nature Boy and Double A. Don't be ashamed of those butterflies. Millions of people have felt those butterflies. It's anxiety. It's tension. It's knowing you gotta go against the two best in this sport. Clash of Champions. Vader, I'm begging you. Come on, brother. Come on, big man. Listen up. This is the Clash of Champions, and you're walking that aisle tonight versus the Nature Boy and Double A. Don't be ashamed of those butterflies. Millions of people have felt those butterflies. It's anxiety. It's tension. It's knowing you gotta go against the two best in this sport. Clash of Champions. Vader, I'm begging you. Come on, brother. Come on, big man. Listen up.
That's from Ric Flair back in the day, and there was one more video I want to play. This is from another one. Here we go. I'm gonna skip that one because that was his Green Bay, but that's fine. Yeah, just I always like the little funny videos and cartoons that people make in regards to 49ers victories and trash talk. I think those things are hilarious. Shout out to whoever makes those videos. I don't know who makes them because they just pop up and people share them all over the place.
I feel it.
That was from a Ric Flair wrestling promo from WCW way back in the day. I liked how they put Debo's head on one of the other wrestlers. I don't know who the other wrestler was, but it was some white dude, and they had Shannon Sharp as the announcer or whatever. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, I wasn't a big wrestling guy, but I did like, who was he? The Ultimate Warrior. And Goldberg. I remember when Goldberg was in there.
Yeah, I was in Las Vegas one time. We're talking 1999 when Goldberg was first coming around and he first got famous. And I was walking around in Luxor Hotel and Luxor Casino in Vegas, and boom, I saw Goldberg with his wife just chilling. I just walked up to him for a second and took a picture. Really, really nice guy. So I have a lot of experiences in terms of wrestlers and people that I've met and stuff like that because I used to be a pretty big wrestling fan at one point in my life. All right, guys, I've been saying it. I planted the seed already. I hope you're ready for this, Keltz, because we got to get hyphy, man. How often do we sit on a YouTube show or talk 49ers over the past few years, and how often can we say, hey, tomorrow is the NFC Championship game, and the 49ers are playing in it. Not only we're playing it against our NFC West rival, our oldest rivalry in the NFL, by the way. A lot of people don't know that. So I'm ready. I'm about to play this song. We're about to get hyphy, man. This is my the song I put together. I was inspired by E40, And, I did it last show. I did the show before. I'm going to keep doing it until, hey, if we win again, I'm going to do it again. That's all I'm going to say, because I'm going to keep the train going. So we are going to get this song going, and here we go.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
Hey, come on.
To the black. Who's going to the game? Who's going to the game? Y'all going to the game? I'm going to the game. Who's going to the game? Who's going to the game? Y'all going to the game? I'm going to the game. Who's going to the game? What's good? I know we'll be popping up in your neighborhood. Them 49ers gonna punch y'all in the mouth. They're gonna rename SoFi Stadium to Levi South. Them LA Rams don't stand the chance, cause Deebo Samuel score touchdowns and do the high dance. You never sell out your stadium cause you got no fans. At the end of the day, you're the same old solid ass brand. You know our defense is lit and it always be cracking. Just like Green Bay, we're gonna send the Rams home packing. We're taking the lead by storm and y'all have been blinded. Nobody rests the squad better. The 49ers we'll have it confused. We'll make it linebackers frozen. The Scott Shanahan always draws players over. He's Dre and Fred Warner. We're top 5 the league to make it sound quarterback. Play like Uncle Rico. Who's going to the game? What's good? Who's going to the game? Y'all going to the game? I'm going to the game. I wish I wasn't going. Who's going to the game? Shout out to everybody going to the game. Who's the San Francisco 49ers are playing the LA Rams in SoFi Stadium. Levi South. I'm pumped up. He's pumped up. Everybody in the chat's got to be pumped up. Everybody in LA right now is pumped up.
Let's go.
We're smelling the Super Bowl. We're sniffing the Super Bowl. Who would have thought when we were 3-5 that we'd be in this position? I wouldn't have thought it. It's a lot of people are still like confused, like why are we here? But hey, man, we're here. This is our time to shine. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Stay
ready so you don't gotta get ready. Man, we are sucker free for sure. We are coming through. We got the spirit of a champion right now. We got the chips on our shoulders, man. We are fighting, man. We are not gonna lay down. I know that. Man, I can't wait. I'm juiced up. I appreciate the song you put out, man. That's just super cool, bro. Like it really is, though. I did not expect it.
I didn't tell myself to put a song out, but for some reason it clicked, and I was like, hey, let me make this song, So it's kind of an inside joke between me and my friends. Somebody we know, we'd always say who's going to the game and say what's good, and they kind of just, it wasn't Jane the Bay, by the way. I showed the song to Jane the Bay, but for some weird reason, something clicked, and I said, I'm going to make a song about this, and I sat on my computer and just said a few things, and hey, it worked. I was like, hey, let me just upload it and see what happens. Hey, I was going to say this. I don't know how long you want to stick around because we're already at the hour and 8-minute mark. But I was thinking about dropping the link and taking some calls if you're down. Otherwise, you can bounce and I can just take control of the show from here on out. Unless you want to stick around, it's up to you, man.
Let's go, man. I'm here.
Okay, let's do it, man. Hey, how often? Again, we're less than 24 hours from the NFC Championship game. So I'm pumped up. I'm going to drop the link in here. Here's the golden rule. If you can get on video, get on video. But if you can't and make an audio call, that's fine. But here's the rule. If I don't know who the hell you are, and if I'm not familiar with you, and I'm not going to let any troll come on here. So I'm just throwing that out there, But I know a lot of you guys. I trust a lot of you guys. So I'm going to put on whoever I know and trust. I'm not just going to put on any old bozo coming on here. So let's just do it. I'm dropping the link in the chat right now. Whoever is going to jump on, we're going to try to do it like one by one if you guys want to wait. And if there is a bit of a long wait, maybe I'll make it like 5 minutes for each person, and we'll see how it goes. So so the link's there. If I get anybody popping in, I'll get an alert, and I'm gonna send it to a friend of mine, some other people as well. Hang on, just a second, just a moment, really quick. Good. I'll get an alert. It's a sound that pops up on StreamYard because I did a couple of call-ins type situations on a couple of my previous shows, and we had fun with it, and I definitely wanted to do it again. I think we got somebody that just popped in. I'm going to check it right now. Let me just send this to one more person. Give me a second. See if this person wants to get on too. And who do we have waiting in the wings? We got Oh, whoa, Javier, what's up,
What's
dog? Man,
up?
you're
What's
suave.
up? What's up?
Oh man, you're fitted, man. You are.
Know that.
Man, you're surprising me. I know you're my. Okay, so this backstory. I met Javier, really good buddy of mine from San Jose. Hey, turn down your audio because we got an echo going, Javier. We got an echo going. Turn down your audio a bit. But anyways, he went to school with my sister, and he knows my sister, knows my family, and Javier kind of clicked because we were big time Warrior fans. But he went with us, with me and my sister, to a Candlestick game. He chilled with my brother, God rest his soul, my brother. That's and right. Javier's been with us to a Niner game at Candlestick, and Javier's a big Niner fan. Man, it's the first time I've seen you wearing all this Niner gear, Javier.
You know what? I got the Montana jersey. I sleep.
I can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it. Let me just.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I sleep with this, by the way.
Oh, damn, man. hey, I'm feeling really, really good about tomorrow's game now that you called in. You're decked out in Niner gear, man.
Oh, man, dude, I can't wait for the game, man. You know what I mean? Hey.
Yeah. Anything you want to say, man? Because we do got two other callers waiting. But
yeah. Okay, so
we'll do like 5 minutes for each person. I don't.
Yeah. No. Real quick, just excited. Hopefully, Trent Williams is in okay shape. I mean, what do we know? Like as of now, I mean, he's starting definitely, right? I mean,
assuming he plays, he starts. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to be 100%, right? He's probably going to be. Like 70% or something?
We'll see. 80.
Yeah.
80% of Trent Williams is better than most people, though.
Right.
I'll say that
much. Right. But no, just super excited. We weren't supposed to be in this position, you know what I mean? And I mean, we don't need much from Jimmy, right? Just
I hope we don't.
You know, we just need him not to do that many mistakes, and we could get it done like we did in the past. You know what I mean? So.
Man, I'm so hyped.
Yeah. One good thing about the injury that I just thought of, it's a high ankle, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you could hurt it anymore. And then, hey, you know what? I feel like we're gonna win the game. So then at least we're gonna have two weeks. I'm gonna just be overly optimistic and be like, I'm gonna claim victory right now. Hey, you know what? If I'm wrong, whatever. But hey, he's gonna have two weeks to let it heal, man. So hey, he's gonna probably give it everything he got in this game.
Yeah. So a quick question for Keltz. What if Jimmy wins the Super Bowl, man? Do you keep him?
I mean, in most cases,
if he takes a good, what, 8-10 million, restructure that contract.
So okay. So
here's the deal, though. So they're talking about extending Debo. They're talking about getting Bosa in, and on top of that, I didn't know this, but I heard that we have about 28 free agents lined up. I mean, that's pretty hefty. I mean, sure, in most cases, you'd love to keep the quarterback in that you won the Super Bowl with, but again, it's a rare situation where we gave up a ton of picks for this. This guy Stallion waiting in the wings. He's ready to take over the reins. So it's just, it's almost an unfortunate situation. It's like, hey, we appreciate your services. We appreciate we did, and we had a blast. It was a great ride at the end, but it's time to move on. But I mean, look, it worked for the freaking Kansas City Chiefs. When Kansas City, so when Alex Smith had arguably his best season, and they went on with Mahomes after him only playing one game. So. Some 49er fans or whatever, it's kind of weird. I don't know, this fan base is some people are just so mad, like they don't want Trey Lance to play and they don't want him to be the starter next year. And I don't know, I think he'll do perfectly fine. This guy, he's a really, really smart guy. His work ethic is through the roof. His athletic abilities, his God-given talents are through the roof. I don't see how this guy fails. I really, really don't. But I don't want to talk about the whole trade thing because we got tomorrow's game go on. But are you doing anything special for the game tomorrow, Javier?
No. I mean, that's all I wanted to talk about, guys. But go Niners, and we're gonna get that W, right? You know what I mean? That's your thing. So okay, so
give me a who's going to the game. What's good?
Oh yeah. Wait. Who's going to the game? What's good?
Hey, Javier, man. Say what's up to you and your wife. It's your family and everything. You guys are awesome. Love you guys. I miss you, man. So it made my day seeing you come out here. I feel really good about tomorrow now that you came out here, man.
Yeah. All right, guys. Man. Yeah. All right. Take care,
bro.
All right. So these guys both kind of popped in at the same time. Let me see. I think I might have to play Eeny, Miny, Mo on tic-tac-toe with these two, so I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so we got Pino. I really had to do that. We got Pino coming up next. He's not on camera, but I definitely know this guy very well. Done a few streams with him in the past on other platforms. And what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, Bashar? What's up, Keltz?
Doing great, man. I know you were probably laughing hysterically at my little hyphy dance for my song, man.
Hey, bro. Hey, I love it when you guys get down, man. Hey, like, when I heard your song, bro, I could not believe that was you spitting like that. Like, I knew it was you, obviously, from the voice, but, like, the fact that you have that talent, it shocked the hell out of me, bro.
Okay.
Like, what the hell?
So, growing up, this is my background with music, so... As much as I love football, I've always had like a love for music and a big passion of mine. And ever since I was a little kid, my parents, I'm talking maybe I was at least 5 years old, or maybe even 4 years old. I remember having this old organ that you plugged in, and it was like about this big. And you plugged in and it had a fan, and it basically kind of sounded like an accordion. It wasn't even a keyboard with those nice digital electronic sounds. And I used to play on it, and I remember I made up this little song about, how much I love my grandma. And I was probably 5 or 6 years old, and it was just me banging on the keys, singing this song about my grandma or something. So I always had little keyboards. I grew up with keyboards, and I was always trying to play some music. And I've messed around with little audio programs and tried to record, stuff here and there. I just don't always put everything out, but. That's just my little background music. And to keep in mind, it's not like I just sat there and hit record and just busted out that whole verse in one shot. I did it in segments, because especially with the E40's rapping style, you kind of got to go, and then you kind of stumble and stutter. And if you heard the blooper reel, you guys would have laughed hysterically. That was even funnier. But it took me about 2 hours to put together like a 1 minute song, just the vocal parts. So, but hey, man, anything for my 49er fans out there, anything for my channel, to get everybody hyped. And what's your main insight about tomorrow's game? Is there anything that you want to speak upon that we haven't brought up yet, or anything on your mind?
Particularly about this game, I think I said in the comments that, when it comes down to, people talking about that Rams defense, I just think that it's really overrated when it comes to matchups against us and them. And the reason why is because we know how to scheme very well against the Rams. A couple of things that we know what to do is obviously take Jalen Ramsey away from the plays, because let's face it, Jalen Ramsey is one of the best, corners out there. If not, he is the best. Now, when it comes down to Jalen Ramsey, particularly when we're in man coverage with him, what we like to do, because he likes to man Debo a lot, because obviously Debo is our best weapon. And what ends up happening is we take Debo in different motions to take him away from the play that we want to throw the ball to or run towards. So the Rams are already aware of that because of the last game, if you watch it. So when it comes down to how we scheme against those kind of guys, that's something that we do to open the pass game in particular. And then when it comes down to running the ball, we figured out that we can't run very well against them on the outsides, because they just have ends that just are very schemed, like as far as like being on the very outside of the plays. So we can't do a lot of tosses. We can't do a lot of I would say just anything to the outside, whether it be an outside stretch or a toss. It's just a little harder to run it against them. But in terms of running it up the gut, we can do that all day. The only one we ever have to worry about up the gut is Aaron Donald for the most part. So just know that we can handle that defense that everybody wants to talk about when it comes to Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald, and whether it be Floyd or if it is what's his name? The other end, what's his name? Broncos.
Von Miller.
Von Miller. So Von Miller is playing better, but in my opinion, I'm not scared of him. I'm really not, even though he is playing better from when we first played him to now. I just think that I'm just overconfident because I know that we could scheme very well against them as far as the offense goes. And just to cut it short on the defense, I just think that we're playing sound football. The fact that we're making Aaron Rodgers look stupid, Dak Prescott and that number one ranked offense could not figure it out, like as far as a complete game to stop our defense from getting across to the field. So I'm just very confident in our coaching staff to scheme things up, to make good adjustments, and everybody's playing great. And shout out to Fred Warner and Arik Armstead, because they're the
Fred
leaders
Warner
of that
is playing
defense.
awesome, man. Well, the way Fred Warner, I should have been, the way he punched out that ball on who was it? Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah,
that was
he set
just
the
freaking
tone.
Amazing. Oh,
he set the
awesome,
tone for that game. And just scheme wise, that's all I have with the game because we already know as far as what Debo has to offer and Fred and everybody's just playing great together. Just happy to see that collectively as a unit we're kicking everybody's ass now because we believe in each other. And notice this, guys, that as much as Jimmy could be a liability for us, our team is a brotherhood. That's the difference between our team and then the other three teams that are in the playoffs.
I kind of see it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, because no matter how much Jimmy's gonna mess up at times, don't let that get you guys' heads. Don't let that defeat the purpose of the outcome. Because the team is so close that they will not allow his mistakes to make us lose the game. It just isn't gonna happen that way. They're a brotherhood. They believe in one another, and if someone messes up, they always pick each other up, no matter what the circumstance is. And that's all I have, bro.
Yeah. One more thing I was gonna say is I was kind of worried, when I was watching this whole Rams and Buccaneers matchup, I was watching these guys, and I was these teams are soft. I'm sorry, as much as scared as I was as Tom Brady and how the Bucs were awesome last year, we look way tougher than the Rams and the Bucs. Those guys almost don't even scare me. But great to have you on, Pino. I got other peeps waiting. Hopefully we get that W tomorrow and we can live to fight another day and talk more 49er football, man. Awesome, man. So happy to have you on, man. Glad you watched, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Catch you in the spaces on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Both of you guys have an average night.
Yeah.
And,
average night. Okay. I was going to say, Kenny mentioned it in the chat. I didn't want to bring it too much because I don't really care, though. If you want to hate Jeff Garcia for what he said, feel free to hate him. It doesn't bother me on a personal level with what Jeff Garcia said. Now, Jeff Garcia, I didn't want to touch this. He got a bit too angry, a bit too out of hand. I'll say that much, but I really don't think his intention was to be sexist, but some people want to take it that way. That's fine. In my opinion, he's still a great 49er quarterback for what he did. I appreciate what he did. And just to let you guys know, Kenny brought it up, Jeff Garcia's daughter was singing my song on, it wasn't on TikTok actually. Jeff Garcia had played it on his Instagram page. It was Jeff Garcia's daughter in the car dancing and singing along to my Who's Going to the Game song. So shout out to Jeff Garcia for going that far, catching on to my song on Instagram, seeing it, putting it out there. He's a great 49er quarterback. People get mad and people get angry and they say things sometimes and they go overboard from time to time. And I think he was a little emotional when he was talking about, but I don't think he disrespects women or anything like that. I think people need to get over that. And I think the media blew it up to way out of proportion because the media is always looking for some type of stories for ratings, views, and clicks or whatever. And, so hopefully people can move on from that. That's my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me.
Yeah, man. Hey, I rarely watch TV or the news. I listen to it. I listen to a lot of music and I love my sports, music and sports. And, a part of the reason why I rarely even watch the news, I make sure when stuff is really, really important, I need to be informed and, just be responsible in that way. But when it comes to certain stuff like the Jeff Garcia thing, I think I briefly looked at it and never looked at it again.
Exactly. I don't really watch those national shows either. So we got Crypto Ryan, No Crypto from No Border Sports, waiting in the wings. No BS podcast, No Border Sports with you and Raruna. Always flashing with them stunner shades. So what's up, man? How you doing?
What up?
Hi. Okay. All right.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I hear you great. You look great. Hear you great. What's up, man? What's on your mind?
Wonderful. Just want to say, hey, Keltz. I just subbed. Real
cool,
impressed.
Man. Yeah, definitely check his channel out. No Border Sports, him and Waruna, man, holding it down.
Yeah, I just found out about you and I don't want to mispronounce this. Waruna.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it was either today or yesterday. Yeah, I just hit y'all up too, man. So I subbed to y'all as well, my man.
Appreciate it.
So I'll be checking y'all out.
Waruna's the bomb.
Yes, sir.
Waruna's awesome. The nicest guy.
I made a little video today that Bashar, I think you might like.
Oh, I'll check it out. I haven't seen it yet.
You might want to check it out right now. It's 1 minute long.
Right now, is it something funny, or I'll try to pull it up?
It's just I don't want to give it away. Just.
Okay.
It's a minute 9 seconds.
In the meantime, tell us what's going on, man. I'll look for it. Right now.
So first thing, I think Aziz might have a big day with maybe like 2 interceptions.
2 interceptions. Whoa!
I'm thinking one, but maybe 2.
Oh wow!
I'm feeling lucky. He's got that in him, and or maybe Greenlaw comes up with 1. You know what I mean, or Fred. But I think the linebacker's going to get a couple.
Yeah, I hope he does. If he gets 2 receptions, we definitely win, man.
I think so. And I'm a little distraught knowing that the 49ers safety blanket is Jimmy Garoppolo.
I know. I know. So you just want to trade play in the playoffs? Is that where you're going with this or what?
No, I'll just sit here and shut up.
Okay.
I'll just sit here and shut up.
He's has put up some lackluster performances. My thing is that I said this a few weeks ago. Like, I didn't expect him to have consecutive games where he was doing the whole turnover thing. Because I was saying that he may have those games from time to time, but he doesn't do them in consecutive weeks. You know. So hopefully he got those bad games out of his way and he's ready to play some damn good football. Hopefully we see it tomorrow, man, because we're gonna need it.
Or we just get normal Jimmy and we save good Jimmy for the Super Bowl.
Assuming we get there. I found your video. Did you want me to play it right now? You want me to play your video now?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, well, I think it's called Recipe for Success or something like that. Or
no, it's a recipe for a light dinner.
Okay.
49ers fans.
Okay, all right. It was kind of odd, but I'll definitely put it up for you since you told me to do it. All right, so. This looks like a cooking show or something.
Just give it a second.
All right. Okay, now you're making me hungry.
Rack of lamb.
I'm hungry to beat down and chop up some lambs.
You
I see lamb
soft
right there.
TVs.
Simple vegetables and a bowl of soft TVs. Okay. Terrible linebackers that don't know which way the ball is going. Defense built to defend the pass, going up against the run for his team. Oh yeah, that's the Rams. Have to use a silent count in their house. Oh yeah, baby. Makes for a long day as Lance fans. Don't worry, I can't do the road part. Have a lovely, healthy meal. Alright.
Yeah, you can shut it. You're good.
Okay, alright. That was by your request. I put it up for you. There you go. From
Sorry.
the No Border Sports. That's all good. Anything else you want to drop? We got a few other people waiting. Anything else you want to bring up?
No, man. You can go ahead and shoot me on out. I thought.
Right, so give me a 49er hype. I don't know. Yell or screen something or mimic my song. I need something from you to show that you're hyped up for the game tomorrow. Don't listen to the haters, man. Something, man.
Well, who's going to the game? Let's get it.
All right, man. No crypto Ryan from the No Border Sports Podcast.
Good to meet you, bro.
Peace.
Definitely subscribe to these guys. Him and we're gonna do a great job. So the next in line is this guy's an awesome guy. Hey, I need you on camera, bro. If you're gonna get on, can you get on camera, please? I don't want to say your name, Slaughter. You say your name says Slaughter. Because if I'm gonna have you on the show, I'm gonna need you on camera, Slaughter. I hope you hear me. And maybe I'll have to wait for you to get on camera. I don't know I don't see you on camera just yet. Because I definitely want that. And if I'm gonna have you on, I want you on camera, bro. Because you're a special guest if I have you on. And just in the meantime, let me say what's up to Rogue Republican. Says Bang Bang Niner Gang. If you want to be on, bro, I'm gonna give you the link in just a second.
Bang.
Yeah, that's a good friend of mine. Let me shoot him the link just in case he wants to jump on. Hang on, just a second.
You going to the game? What's good?
you got that perfect rapper voice. For me, I kind of have to change my voice up a bit and pretend I'm somebody else if I want to try to rap or do anything like that. But hey Steve, I know who you are. I shot you over the link, and let me just type something. I don't know if he's hearing me, but let me just type it really quick. Wait, hang on, Chardon. Hang on, just a second. Okay, read that. I just typed you a message because I'm gonna want you to put you on. And let me just put up another chat comment from who was it? Know the Truth.
Excuse me.
We got. It's all good, man. Vic repping them, Stunning Shades. Kenny says we're gonna have. So hopefully we get 7 sacks. Right here, let's talk about 7 sacks. And what did I get in a chance? Okay, all right. Okay, hang on. Let me put this guy on. Let me see if he does what I'm telling him to do. Hey, what's up? Can you get on camera, bro?
I need to write something.
Okay, hang on. Do so. Okay. So do that, and I'll put you on. Okay, and I'll put the next guy in about. How long will it take you to do that? Because I want to put you on, bro. Hang on. Let me take you off, and I'll go to Prius game, and then afterwards I'll put you. When he's done, I'll put you on. Okay. I want to make sure you're ready. So let me go to Prius game right now. What's up, man? How you doing? What's up?
Hey, how's it going, bro?
Up, man? So I'm surprised you're not in LA, man.
No, I was the one waiting last minute for tickets. They're just too expensive. So I'm gonna stay behind and double down on some wagers tomorrow. I am. Here's the thing. I'm a Jimmy G supporter. Everyone knows that. However, I know in reality he's not perfect. Just get us across the finish line. Having said that, I'm not worried about Jimmy. I'm not worried about the run game. I'm not worried about the defense. I'm just worried that Matt Stafford just shows up. Well, not really worried. I believe I'm going to double down tomorrow. If we put the ball in Stafford's hands late in the game, it's not going to work out for him. So that's my only thought. I got one question for Keltz. Oh, okay. If you had to predict, because this is going to kind of play factor in what I'm going to double down tomorrow. You go, the over-under, I think, was 45. You going for a defensive game on both sides? You going for a shootout? You got to pick one.
My score prediction, man, hey, I went back and forth with this a lot of times. And, man, you could call it overconfident or optimistic, but I'm rolling with 34-20.
So you're going with the over.
So that's 54,
okay, Yes, you're going with the over then. Bash, what about you?
You know, it's funny because I said a score prediction on somebody else's chat. I didn't get on. I wasn't actually physically on the show, but typed it on the chat. I can't remember what I put, but I believe it was. Oh, I do remember. It was like 30-14 was what I was saying. I'm feeling good about this game. I don't know. I don't want to be a homer or whatever. I have a really good feeling about the game tomorrow. So.
Okay, well, one last note I just want to point out. Yeah, I get it. The Niners went 2-0 against the Rams. I'm the type of guy to look at the film over the last, 8 games, whatever. And all I see, the Niners didn't have an identity against the Rams, the Cowboys, the Packers, even the Texans, even the Titans. So if I had to be honest with you, I think McVay is going to be guessing. I have the Niners just winning. I'm not being cocky here. This is a football fan. 27-14. That's just how I see it. And I'm only saying that because they've got to dig deep. The Niners offense really had no identity though. Since when? Since maybe when Jimmy G was throwing the ball good. They've had to scramble and put plays together. So if you go back against the Titans, it was ugly. Against the Texans, Trey Lance. And then if going forward, the offense just had to switch it up a lot. So McVay showed all his cards against the Bucs. Niners have the advantage. And I'll say this last thing because I don't want to take up too much of your time here. Jalen Ramsey is a sucker. He's a lot of the highlights that you see Deebo Samuel scoring against the Rams. You see a lot of Jalen Ramsey's the back of his jersey.
He's soft.
He's soft. Hey, shout out to Jalen Ramsey if he's watching this. You're soft, bro. You're soft.
Hey, you know what's funny? Because Keltz Chronicles mentioned the brotherhood, and Pioneer mentioned it, and Keltz agreed with it about our, Jimmy and everybody kind of having a brotherhood in a tight locker room. And it's funny because not funny, but here we go. Cool. I Slaughter. I see you on the camera. I'm gonna put you on next. But I don't know Sibba Webster personally. You might know him, Adam. But obviously we know his cousin very, very well. And when Sibba Webster was on the 49ers, I remember him saying, telling my friend that he loved the camaraderie and the tight locker room and the brotherhood among the 49ers locker room. So, it took us for a while for that to equate to wins. But it seems like we're getting hot at the right point in time in the season, and we are the toughest team, strongest defense in the currently alive in the league right now. So let's go. Let's get this W tomorrow, Adam. I'm gonna put some other dudes on. All right, good talking to you, though, man.
All right, bro. Have a good one, guys.
All right, take care. All right. So up next, he's been waiting for a long time. Actually, I gotta put him on next. He's finally on camera right now. We got Chardal, the Grant Cohn Phone Hall of Famer for the Grant Cohn Show. What is up, Chardal? How you doing, man?
Yo, what's up, Keltz?
What's up, man?
What's up, Bashar?
What's up, man? I'm hella hyped up that you're on the show and we're playing for the NFC Championship game tomorrow. What's on your mind, bro? What jersey you wearing? What jersey? Who are you rocking with?
Trey Lance.
Let's
Trey
see it.
Lance
Let's see
all
it.
day.
Let's see it.
Right. Yes, sir.
Show us. I can't see it. There you go. There you go. Okay, cool. You got a 75 patch. There you go. There's Chardal coming fitted. What's up, man? What's on your mind, bro?
I think we got the win tomorrow. I'm pumped up for the Niner game tomorrow. It's gonna be a packed game tomorrow. I'm gonna go for a ridiculous score, 100-0. I make these ridiculous score predictions. People don't believe in it, but I just try to be funny. You know, I try to come up with the humor. You know, I try to bring the humor. You know, trying to come up with these stupid predictions. You know, just to throw the Rams fans off so they get stunned.
Oh yeah,
because I'm trying to stun the Rams fans. You know, I'm trying to make these so the Rams fans are pissed off. You know, like, what is he doing? Why is he saying 100-0?
And my daughter said 49-0. So I mean, hey.
Okay. Hey,
you know, so
7 touchdowns.
Hey, anything's possible, bro. Anything's possible, man.
Anything is possible. Who was that? Kevin Garnett when the Boston Celtics beat the Lakers and he finally won a championship there. That was a real super team they had.
Hey, Bashar, look at what I wrote as my name.
I see it. You got Slaughter the Rams, man. Like it. Love it, man. Chardal says Slaughter the Rams. Let's do it. So, hey, we got to slaughter them lambs and make some kebabs, man. I've been known to make my share of good kebabs with the lamb meat, so we can do it tomorrow, baby.
Once the 49ers beat the Rams, we should go to Pakwan and ask some Indian food at Pakwan when they beat them.
Oh, hey, if I'm up in the Bay Area, I'm down for some good Indian food, man. That's one of my favorite. It's not my culture, but I love the food, man. I love all different cultures and all different kinds of foods, and Indian food is up there on the list, man. It's amazing.
I'm a Cohn phone legend.
You are, man. You always call on the Grant Cohn phone, and Grant Cohn kept chopping up your call-ins and putting them on as singular videos, and they had hella ratings, and people would come on the chat. Anytime the Grant Cohn phone was on the show, like an hour and a half show, people would type in the chat, "Did Chardal come on yet? Did Chardal come on yet? When's Chardal coming on? When's Chardal coming on?" You know, you were like the thing this off season, like going into training camp. You know, so it's great to have you on, man. Any last final thoughts? Because
do I look different?
You look awesome, man. You look
clean
great,
shaven. I'm clean shaven because
I see a little goatee.
Trying to have a different look. You know, every time I come on, I just want to rock a different look.
I know you always got that Sanjaya hair. Remember who's that dude Sanjaya from American Idol?
Yeah.
You always got the long hair. You know, I can't do that. I always wear these hats because my hair sucks. But you know, it is what it is. But any last final thoughts before I go to the next caller?
But it's really great having me on, and let's beat the Rams tomorrow. Let's turn SoFi into Levi's South.
We will. Oh, it already is going to be Levi's South. And just say something really quick to get us hyped. You can imitate my song or say some crazy Niner stuff that shows you're pumped up. Just give me something.
Go Niners! What's good? What's good?
There you go.
Let's go Niners,
What's
man.
good? What's good? Niners,
what's
baby.
Good?
What's good? That's Chardal, Slaughter the Lambs, Slaughter the Rams, sporting the Trey Lance jersey. Big Niner fan. Love you, man. I'm going to go to the next call, all right? Thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
See you, Bashar.
See you, man. All right. Now we're going to bring on a very special guy. A very special dude. Awesome guy. I've met this guy in Southern California back when he lived down there. Big Niner fan. Repping the Niners now over in Texas. I met this guy through my brother after my brother passed away. Long story, but God rest my brother's soul. But this guy's a great guy. He was a great friend of my brother's, and it means a whole lot to me that you're calling on today's show, man. So what's good, Steve? What's good?
What's up? Can you guys hear me?
I hear you great, man. I hear you great.
Oh man, I'm really excited. I actually I cracked out the PS4 and played a little Madden. Played the Rams.
Oh, played some Madden, man.
I beat them pretty bad too. So it was about 40. I think it was 59-21. So. You know, I know that might not be the score tomorrow, but the defense was playing me really well. But I ran the ball well, and I aired out some pretty good passing. You know, I think the Niners are well prepared for this game. I think all the doubt and all the, even me this year, I'm not gonna lie. You heard me say it for sure. I was really critical of Kyle Shanahan's play calling. It was making me so mad because people call him a genius. And us growing up as Niner fans, we had Bill Walsh, we had George Seifert, we had all the Niners didn't even miss the playoffs when I was a kid. I think maybe once in the 90s. So it's like, you see all the success that the Niners have had. We've lost our last 2 Super Bowls, and they were really well. One was really close. The last one, they pretty much lost in the last 6 minutes because Kyle didn't use the clock properly and he didn't run the ball. And so I was critical. I'm like, man, just get rid of this guy. But to see how DeMeco Ryan turned it around, how Kyle's turned it around, I've been saying Jimmy G is due for a good game. I think he comes through tomorrow. I say 2 touchdowns. I say in the run game, we have 1 touchdown from Devo, 1 touchdown from the other running back. I can't think of his name right now because I'm too excited.
Elijah Mitchell, the rookie.
Elijah Mitchell.
Awesome rookie. One of the best rookie running backs we've ever had.
He is. He definitely is. And actually, I was watching a little bit of film the other day of Raheem Mostert. Man, Raheem Mostert has ridiculous speed. If he could just stay healthy. But I would say tomorrow, if I had to do a score prediction, I'm saying 31 to 21. That's what I have right now. 31-20.
31-20. I said 30-14. Keltz Chronicles, what were you saying? I forgot what your prediction was.
You know what it was? It got bigger and bigger as the week went on. I think it started the 34 for the Niners has been there the whole time, but it was 34-27. Then it went to 34-24, and then it went to 34-20. Man, my confidence just kept. The more I kept looking at all the layers and pieces of the game, I was like, a lot of people like to say, "Oh, you're too confident." No, that's just my real belief of what the score is going to be. We all got different opinions, but everything that you said, Niner Menace, I don't know what your name is, but everything said, everything that you said, you said it really well, and I'm like, it feel exactly the same way, man. You just broke it down from the 90s all the way till now. You broke it down really well, man.
And obviously, as Niner fans, we're spoiled to see those consecutive years where we go to the playoffs all the time, and then it's weird because we'd be teased. We'd have these great years, and then we'd suck for 2 or 3 years. Then we'd be good, and then we'd suck for 2. It hasn't been consistent. Hopefully, we can finally find some consistency. It looks like Kyle Shanahan might finally be developing into a good, or possibly a great head coach. This team does not quit on him. When we played the Arizona Cardinals in that Colt McCoy game, when we lost to Colt McCoy as a quarterback and all those backup players, this team could easily have taken a nosedive and just said, "F you, Kyle, we're no longer playing for you." The locker room could have just went crazy, and we could have been garbage for the rest of the season. But we found a way to get out of it. And DeMeco Ryan's his development has been a big help, and everything is just coming together. We might be the hottest team right now. Who knows, man?
I was actually looking at the defensive stats, and the Niners are actually number 1 now. I didn't even know that. I thought they were number 3. They're number 1 in stopping the run, and they're number 1 in stopping the pass, from what I saw. So I think the Niners have a really good chance. The issue is, I hope it's a Niners Chiefs Super Bowl. Again, I'm serious, because I want to see the Chiefs get their asses whooped. But if it's the Bengals, we beat the Bengals in the 80s. I think Joe Burrow is a great quarterback. It'll be good to see how he plays in the Super Bowl situation. But I'd love to just knock Mahomes out 2 years. He lost to the Bucs last year.
That would feel really nice to beat Mahomes. I'll take it either way. I'll take it any way I can get it. But it'll be if we can get Kermit the Frog to go down and lose to us in the Super Bowl, that'd be great. Yeah, and he's got that weird brother too, Jackson or something, on his wife.
Oh man, you see the videos of him pouring champagne on? That's so disrespectful.
I saw her.
That's so disrespectful.
Let me say what's up to a couple people in the chat that I missed it. They hopped in late. John V, I just had him on the show yesterday. He said, "Let's go, fam. What's up, dog?" He's all the way in Ohio. Oh. He's on a podcast of his own. Great dude. Check him out on Twitter. Just look for John V. If you find me on Twitter, you can find him. I'm 49er Minded on Twitter, and John V's an awesome dude. And he was on yesterday. Submit says, Clutchy G Dimes needs to be caught. Please no drops. Yeah, there were times where he threw some good passes in that. A great pass to Kittle that should have been caught where Kittle was hella open. It might have went for a touchdown or brought us close to a touchdown. Kittle drops it. Jennings caught a cool pass. Jennings dropped another pass. Debo dropped one. And I get it. The weather was a factor possibly. So when you're in that cold, crazy. I've never played in the snow, for God forbid, but I mean, when I played in mud at one point, and it sucked. But I can only imagine playing in those conditions. So we're gonna be playing a clean, pristine dome. Tons of Niner fans there. It's basically gonna be a home game. So so we'll see what's up. So we got a new guy popping in. Says Nathan Dickey. He says, "What's good? How's it going? Who's going to the game? What's good? What's good?" From Clovis, New Mexico. Says, "Let's go 49ers. Let's go, baby." And am I missing somebody else? I don't know. I know a whole bunch of new people popped in, and I just want to say what's up to them, give them some love. Don Suave says, "RIP fight." That's a shout out to my brother. Appreciate it, man.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Yeah, man. Look, I do this. Part of why I do the show is my inspiration for my brother, because he was such a huge, passionate 49er fan, and I would, he helped me become a 49er fan. He had a big influence on me.
That's all you had to talk about with Fadi. Just Niners. Goes on a whole. It's like a history lesson.
That's me, man.
Talking to my brother about Niners, man. He's my brother. Those are some memories. So hopefully we win one for him, man. It's gonna feel good.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. So David McNew says we all want to beat the Chiefs, but it's one game at a time. Oh yeah, and the Lambs are in the way. They sure are. But hey, we gotta knock them down, right? You gotta slaughter those Lambs.
Hey, I like to say it's the 3 H's: the healthiest, the hottest, and the hungriest, man. And it feels like
okay, there you go.
It feels like that's it.
Triple H.
It feels like that's.
Have you guys seen on Instagram? Eric Thomas, the motivational speaker, came and spoke with the Niners. And no joke, I think ever since he came and spoke to them, that's when this kind of hot streak started.
Oh really?
So
I didn't even know he spoke with them. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been reposting every time they win a game. Like the Green Bay game, he reposted the first game as well. Against, what was the first game against now? And my brain feels like it's Friday.
It's all good, man. You don't have to remember.
But he's been reposting like the wins, because the Niners were the underdogs both those games, and the Niners are the underdogs now against the Rams. So I think that it's all about how bad you want it. When I played sports, that's what the coach would always say: how bad do you want it? The special teams came through. I mean, that game was against Green Bay was a true team game, because when the offense couldn't get it going, and that was everyone's fault. It wasn't just Jimmy G. When the offense couldn't get it going, the special team stepped up, the defense stepped up. That's really what wins games. I think I hate to bring it up, but had in that Super Bowl, had the defense not gotten so worn down, and had the offense decided to use the clock, we would have won that game. 10 minutes. I mean, up by 10 with 6 minutes to go.
That were made. There were some mental mistakes that were made. But here's our chance to redeem ourselves, right? We're right back in the driver's seat. Who would have thought that it would have happened after a dismal season last year with all the injuries, all the bad luck with injuries. We had a couple little injuries here and there that we fought through too. We lost Mostert, and we're finding our way though to bounce back. And we're getting hot at the right time. That we're the toughest team in the playoffs right now. I'm thinking some teams may be scared of the playoffs. I just kind of feel that way. Yeah, you can be on here as long as you want, Steve, because I don't have anybody else waiting in the wings unless you feel like you have to go. But if you,
I don't have to go. The first team was Dallas. I forgot. I'm here in Texas, so all these Dallas Cowboy fans. And growing up, my mom was a Cowboy fan, so all the years we'd losing the NFC final games or the NFC chip games. But yeah, I can't believe that. I'm just so excited, and I'm like looking forward to tomorrow. I almost want to. The AFC game, I honestly feel like the Bengals could win that game, but we don't know. But I just want to skip that game and just go right to the Niners and the Rams. So, just trying to.
I was going to tell you something because you went to high school with Mercedes Lewis, right?
I did. Yeah. I went to high school with I put it on your chat the other day. A lot of NFL players.
Okay, so you went to high school with Mercedes Lewis. What ran through your mind on that play where Fred Warner punched the ball loose against Green Bay?
He was a Green Bay fan in high school. So
he was okay.
Yeah, he was. That's why he went to Green Bay from the Jags. In my opinion, I'm like, you should have went to the Niners. You would have had a better chance. Aaron Rodgers. I know he grew up a Niner fan, but Aaron Rodgers is not he's cried so much to get his way, and he has not come through. He got new coach, new system. They went 13-3 the last 3 seasons, and he still doesn't he's not even competing, right now. And even when he goes to the NFC Championship game, he loses. So I think Mercedes Lewis tried to go, do the whole fan thing. I grew up a Packer fan and just didn't turn out right. He got the that Niner, that Scarlet Red came down on him. Bam. Now we're here. So.
Yeah, hey, it feels like kind of, that bitterness that he took from not getting drafted by the 49ers kind of meant it kind of, he tried to be too forceful to put that chip on his shoulder. And
He was too aggressive.
I think it backfired on him. I think he got that little psychological thing versus the Niners where it's like, some players get emotional and they play brilliantly. Some players get emotional and it throws them off their game, and hey, it looks like that's what's happened to Aaron Rodgers. And, I'm trying not to crack up about it because I hate Green Bay and I hate Dallas. And so it's a beautiful thing as a Niner fan, like, the little skit he said, or the little thing he said about, they're going to regret this or they're going to pay for this. It's kind of like, it's kind of like,
were you disappointed that the 49ers didn't draft you? And he's like, not as disappointed as the 49ers will be for not drafting me. And the moment I saw that, I was like, dude, I don't say I hate people, but I hate this dude. Like, he's an arrogant prick, and he rubbed me the wrong way. And I feel so good to be 4-0 against Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay in the playoffs. I was at one of the games. I was at the Kaepernick game when Kaepernick blew up and had that amazing game where he ran all over the place and threw some nice dimes in that game against Green Bay, and we sent them home packing. So that was awesome. Hopefully we can do the same in Stafford tomorrow. I'm gonna be for it. You know what, Steve? It's been awesome to talk to you. I got another caller waiting. Great having you on the show, bro. You're always welcome to come on here, Steve. Niner Menace. I know you rep the 49ers so hard, and you love the Niners, and you go way back with me, and you're always welcome to come back. Just always hit me up if you ever have want to come on the show again or whatever, man.
I will do, man. Let me do my Jalen Ramsey impersonation.
Oh, go ahead, do it.
All right, guys, it's Jalen Ramsey. It's time for us Rams to go out there and lose tomorrow. See you later.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Peace. Great having you on, bro.
All right.
Thank you, man. Take care, man. Corey Davis is in the house. What is up, Corey Davis in the East Bay? I grew up in the East Bay. I grew up in Pinole. I went to Pinole Valley High my first year. Then I went to Salesian. This guy's from El Cerrito High. What is up, Corey Davis? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. Getting ready to go to bed. Get ready so I can get ready for this game tomorrow.
Come on.
I don't know. Anything on your mind, bro?
Huh?
Anything on your mind?
Oh, I'm just so hyped and ready. And nervous, a little nervous too. Because I want to win this game real bad.
Is there anything that the Rams might bring to the table that might make you feel a little nervous?
I'm just thinking of Matthew Stafford. Him throwing he has a big arm. He can throw it deep. And our corners. Every time it's been playing good.
Yeah.
So we have another good game against him.
Yeah, so remember, at one point in the season, quarterbacks were killing us because we had Josh Norman out there, Dante Johnson, we had Drake Patrick, and quarterbacks were just throwing up deep passes, getting pass interference calls on us, and we lucked out towards the end of the season. Ambry Thomas starts stepping up, and he starts looking good and making plays, and then Emmanuel Mosley comes back, and now he's playing the best football I've ever seen him play in his career. So I am feeling a whole lot better about a cornerback situation, even though you did bring that up as a concern, because Cooper Kupp is having an amazing season. They got Odell Beckham Jr. on there. We have beaten these guys, but at the end of the day, we can't take them lightly. Anything else that's on your mind, Corey?
Hey, Bashar, I'm gonna be right back, my man.
Okay, go ahead. Take your time. Anything else, Corey?
I was listening to somebody else doing an interview with Rams YouTuber, and he was talking about how Ambry Thomas, that ball just fell in his lap because Matthew Stafford was hurt. He couldn't throw it that far. But I said, Matthew Stafford threw that ball, but Odell Beckham, he didn't play the ball. Ambry Thomas played the ball. He kept the eye on the ball. Because Odell Beckham kept on running. So if the ball didn't just fall on his lap, he turned around and he caught that ball.
My bad, I was typing a message to somebody and I was on mute. Yeah, you know, I mean, Ambry Thomas made an amazing play on the ball. Honestly, even in the early games where Ambry Thomas was underperforming, it wasn't like he was getting burnt. Sure, he was getting beat from time to time. It was more about body position. He's a fast guy. It wasn't necessarily about lack of speed or anything. And I actually saw it in the Dallas game. He was there was one route where CeeDee Lamb was trying to run, and Ambry Thomas was running step for step with CeeDee Lamb, blanketing him. And I was like, wow, this guy looks pretty good, man. So I don't know if you saw what I saw. And you know, even last game, there was a point in time where they tried to throw it to Devontae Adams, and Dante Johnson was blanketing Devontae Adams. I was like, whoa, man! It just looks like everybody's gelling, everybody's stepping up at the right time. I love what I'm seeing. So Corey, I have you on right here. Don't go anywhere. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to play some videos. I think I might play one video or maybe two videos that I just ran across and I forgot to play. Because I like playing some of these funny 49er videos. So I'm just, I'm going to, give me a second. I'm going to share my screen and play this one. And I think we're still waiting for Keltz to come back. I'm not sure if anybody else is going to join. But if you're the last guy, I'll close the show if nobody else jumps on. And let me say what's up to George Bailey 2.0. It says, what makes me nervous is the refs versus the Rams. The refs will be hard. I heard the officiating crew, I forgot what the name of the guy was, but supposedly the 49ers have a winning record with that referee's officiating crew. His name does not cross my mind. But at the end of the day, I'm not even thinking about the refs. I'm just thinking about if we play good enough to win, hey, we'll deserve to win if we play good enough, you know. If we deserve to win, we'll overcome whatever mistakes are possibly made by the refs, and the refs aren't going to be a factor. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I feel the same way, man. Like sometimes I like to say, hey, let's not even let it be close enough to put in the ref's hands. You know, let's just handle our business. You know, I know they say that we're the underdogs, but you know, I'm glad that they say we're the underdogs because I believe that we're not the underdogs, not at all. You know, it feels like we have every single psychological upper hand on them, physical upper hand, a coaching upper hand. It feels like, man, I mean, we've turned their stadium into our stadium. Has something like this ever happened in a championship game where the opposing stadium just gets taken over? I mean, it's kind of, hey, we're blessed as fans, man, to be able to even witness something like this. I hope it all just, you know, I believe it's going to turn into a massive victory. And I'm so excited, man. I know we're all just juiced up. And then we got all the drama in between it as well with the coaches, the wives, you know, them trying to stop ticket sales. So, man, this is amazing, man.
All right, so Corey, any last words or just any last thing to say to get pumped up? Give me like a Niner holler or mimic my song or just something, say bang bang Niner gang, say something crazy before I jump to the next caller.
Go 49ers. Them Rams.
Let's go. Thanks for calling, man. It was great talking to you. It's been a while. I'm going to put on my next guest, all right? Hopefully we win tomorrow, all right? Let's get that W, all right, Corey?
All right.
All right, Corey. Peace. Good meeting you, my man.
Actually, I'm going to put Corey on right now, but before I put Corey on, I'm going to share my screen and play a quick video, and we're going to do that right now just for a little fun, and then I'll put Corey Sports Fanatic on. Just a second. Let me share this really quick. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to play this video, and then we'll put Corey on after that. All right, so I just shared it really quick.
Oh, man. Hey, Trent Williams with the front flip, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what that's called. What's up, Corey Sports Fanatic? How you doing, man?
What's good, everybody?
What's up, man? I know I heard you say you heard an echo or something. I think
No, I had both. I had both. I had the YouTube and this on. I just turned the
that's
YouTube
why.
down.
Yeah, if you have both running, but everything's good. You don't need the virtual background if you don't want to. You can click it and put it on if you want.
I couldn't. It's not allowing me to.
Oh, okay. I think it depends what browser you use too sometimes, but it's all good. But what's on your mind, Corey?
Oh, it's just another day in paradise, man. Got how do we have? We got 16 hours until game time, give or take.
Yes, sir.
One point that Angel made in the chat that I agree with, that I was going to make a point when I got on. The Rams linebackers are pass rushing specialists. If Garoppolo is dropping back, and one thing, and I'll bash Garoppolo as much as anybody, but the one thing that he does well is he gets the ball out very quickly. If they can get the receivers, tight ends, running backs, whatever, past that first tier, the middle of the field is wide open. They don't cover the middle of the field at all because the middle of the field, the linebackers, are pass rushers. You're looking at Von Miller. You're looking at I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember that other line.
I'm thinking
Little.
Lloyd.
Little.
Lloyd
No, not Lloyd. It's
Floyd?
Little or Floyd. Yeah, it might be Floyd. They're pass rushers. Linebackers, where outside linebackers are supposed to be able to get to the quarterback. The inside linebackers, your Patrick Willis's, your Navarro Bowman's, your Ray Lewis's of the world, need to be able to adapt and be able to drop back and cover tight ends or slot receivers if there's no nickel corner or anything like that. The Niners should be able to move the ball down the field with little to no trouble if Garoppolo can get the ball to him. Run the ball, punch him in the mouth. Bashar, you and I have had many conversations about this. Punch him in the mouth. We will out-physical any team in the NFL. Make the Rams hurt early and often, so by the time the second half comes, they're dead tired. You want those 8, 9, 10-minute drives. Keep that defense on the field. Our depth on the defensive side is second to none. You're looking at 8 to 10 defensive linemen that can change in and out. The only issue is if Stafford starts running a no huddle to keep the starting 11 on the field. But hopefully, I haven't heard the status of Ambry yet, if he's going to be back this game. But
he should be, because the only players I saw on the questionable list were Trent Williams and Jeff Wilson Jr., and nobody's on doubtful. So it sounds like Ambry Thomas is ready to go.
Ready to go. Okay, so that's good. You have him. You have Emmanuel Mosley on the other side, and you have the beast behind him with Jimmy Ward and Jaquaski Tartar, I think, is one of the most underrated safeties in all of football. He tries to knock you in the mouth at all time. The other comment I made on chat earlier is I find that Jalen Ramsey is a lesser version of what Richard Sherman used to be. He's soft. He ends up holding a lot, getting away with stuff. He talks a lot of smack. And you saw the cut, the throw to Debo that got him essentially into field goal range there at the last drive to get that touchdown to Jawan Jennings. They got to get Jawan Jennings going a little bit more too. But the Niners have all the weapons. They have all the weapons that they need. If Garoppolo can just keep the interceptions in his pocket and just start moving the ball down the field. But I'm expecting 30 or 40 rushing attempts. I want this defense to be dead ass tired. I think the Rams defense has been an overrated defense all year anyway. It's just one of those things that you have to be able to punch him in the mouth. Shanahan has been excellent at finding their weaknesses. Someone was making a comment. I don't think it was you, Keltz, but I did follow you on. I did subscribe to your channel there, so I hope to see some good content there at some point. He finds weaknesses. You saw Jalen Ramsey out of position there. He trips or falls or whatever, and I don't know what a defensive coordinator is supposed to do with Deebo Samuel. I really don't, because Shanahan is a very unpredictable play caller. A lot of times there are times where you're looking at predictable, draw plays or sweeps or something like that. But if he can get past that first initial line of defense, all you're dealing with are the four defensive backs. And with the Niners doing a great job with getting guys out in front and blocking, you could see a Debo or Kittle I could see if Trent Williams is, it sounds like even if Trent plays, he's not going to be at 100%. You saw him struggling last week in the cold. I don't know if the cold had anything to do with that or if he's just playing on 50%. You may see Kittle back a little bit more than I was hoping for, because I was really hoping that Kittle was going to be able to get involved in the offense a little bit more. But you have Deebo Samuel, you have Brandon Ayuk, you have Jawan Jennings, you have Elijah coming out of the backfield, hopefully Jeff Wilson Jr. And they one thing you haven't mentioned yet is they signed Mohamed Sanu again. Mohamed Sanu is on the active roster. That's another weapon who's a veteran who's been there before. The Niners, to me, have all the advantages. The way that the Rams are going to win this game is if the offensive line, which I do not see, giving Stafford time. I see Stafford doing a lot of 2-3 step drops and getting the ball out early. The difference is our linebackers are quick as hell, and they're going to get to receivers, running backs, tight ends, whatever. Higbee is the one kind of question mark I have, because he was a little bit of a problem. But getting Warner or getting an Alshire or even a Dre Greenlaw just back in coverage with maybe a safety coming over the top, obviously containing Cooper Kupp. I just want someone just to smack him hard and just put him to the ground and make him feel it, because this game is going to come down to physicality, and we all know who has more physicality between the two teams. Punch them in the mouth, make things happen, and we'll see what the results come out to. But I keep laughing at these Vegas odds. I know Vegas has been very good over the years, but you're giving them 3.5. I get the 3 points for being at home, but they've lost 6 in a row, and that's not a fluke. As we were talking before there, Bashar.
They're not even really going to be at home. It's actually our home stadium.
Neither here nor there, but you're looking at the matchups. We could have talked about, if I was on these Twitter spaces and these podcasts 2 years ago, I would have said bet the farm on the Niners covering a 20-point spread against Green Bay, because the matchup isn't there. We've been able to contain Aaron Donald for the vast majority of these 6 games. He might get in every once in a while, but where I see the Rams possibly getting touchdowns is late in the game in garbage time. I could see us taking a 3-score lead here very easily. If they play mistake-free football, I don't know what LA does. I really don't. Maybe I sound a little overconfident, but that's just the way I feel.
Man, I think I'm feeling good. I'm feeling some good confident vibes. John B said that Nate Sudfeld was brought up from that practice squad. I saw somebody else tweet that too. I'm not sure why we're doing that. That doesn't make sense to me about how Nate Sudfeld being active. George Bailey says Stanford's getting sacked a lot. Somebody from our defense will get through. Again, when I saw the Rams versus Tampa Bay, honestly, I saw 2 teams, and I was like, we're tougher than both these teams. So I feel good going into this game.
They're too old and decrepit. They have a lot of veterans on the team, but how do you match our speed and our quickness and our toughness? Winning that battle, the trenches. We were talking about this last week, and that game last week didn't go how any of us thought. But sometimes you just have to play that smash mouth football and win it in the trenches and win it rough and win it in ugly fashions. It's like watching a 1-0 pitcher's duel in baseball. Who's going to make that mistake? And the mistake came down to Green Bay special teams twice. That blocked field goal at the end of the half was the turning point, because the second half you hold Aaron Rodgers to 55 yards. Who does that? I know that they're playing in the freezing cold. You hold them to 55 yards. You hold Devontae Adams completely out of the end zone. He got his 9 catches for 90 yards. We'll give that to Cooper Kupp all day, as long as you can avoid him getting in the end zone.
And those were the quietest 90 yards I've seen in the playoff games.
Yeah, no one's talking about it. Aaron Rodgers getting taken down. Now, the first half, the first drive for sure, looked a little ugly. But at the end of the day, it comes down to halftime and second half adjustments, which Shanahan clearly outdid LaFleur big time. McVay does not know how to beat this team. It's apparent. You don't sweep a team 3 years in a row if the team that's losing has something on the team that's beaten you 6 times. It just doesn't make any sense.
And remember what I said when we did that post game when I had you on after we beat Green Bay. I was just thinking like how this Niner team is a throwback. We're not that flashy team that's gonna get you your fantasy football. We're not gonna get you your fantasy football points, but we're gonna be like those hardcore Steeler teams of the '70s. And
what did I say? What did I say the night before in the pregame? So we're gonna punch them in the mouth. until they go down. 55 yards for Aaron Rodgers in the second half. Are you kidding?
Kyle Shanahan doesn't even want to throw it deep. He wants to just he wants it to be this kind of game. Like, he doesn't even care. He would rather not get a PI and have it be a more long, drawn out drive to just impose the will. He would rather tire out the defense and know that our offense is going to be on attack mode. We're more physical, we're more dominant. This is the way he wants to play it. Because I used to say, hey, we could be way more explosive, we could be way more dominant, at least attempt to throw a deep pass just to try to open it up a little bit. But the more I take a step back, I'm like, look, Kyle wants to do it this way. He wants to, like, smash mouth, punch you in the mouth, not let you have the ball, control the clock, and I love it, man. I love
There's
it.
a method to his madness, man. Hey, we're gonna wrap things up pretty
I
soon.
want to say, hold on,
Go ahead.
but sure, hold on one sec. I just want to comment on what Keltz is saying. I agree with you, but I agree with you because of the quarterback that we have. You wait until next year when Trey Lance is there, you will be seeing those 30, 40, 50-yard bombs, because this quarterback that we have is I would actually say a lesser version of what we had with Alex Smith. Alex Smith made less mistakes than what we have now.
Absolutely.
But because we have all the explosiveness, Alex Smith didn't have a Deebo Samuel. He didn't have a George Kittle. He, outside of Frank Gore, who was exceptional, didn't really have
He had Vernon Davis, though. He did have Vernon Davis.
He had Vernon Davis. Yes, he had Vernon Davis, but they didn't utilize him right. I'm telling you, I think it was something with the head coach and the play call and whatever it was. He just didn't. Vernon Davis could have been a better tight end than he actually was, and people hyping him up like he was this great tight end. George Kittle blows him out of the water because of the way he was utilized.
You just
Vernon Davis ran a 4.340. I mean, come on.
You just made me think that's probably why we're saving a Jalen Moore and a Aaron Banks. They are better pass blockers. And it's going to take some of those bigger plays to develop with Trey Lance. You want better pass blockers. Why would we risk a Jalen Moore or Aaron Banks in a year where we're ground and pound? We don't want,
yes.
you don't want to start their rookie seasons off with tearing something, or hey, it's going to be. Then we're going to have another element of surprise to where hey, we could see us being back in the. I believe, hey, we're in a beautiful position, man.
I believe what you're going to see here is you are going to see a guy in Trey Lance that has Patrick Mahomes' arm strength with Lamar Jackson's speed. What people have to understand is that Jimmy Garoppolo pretty much scrambles north-south. When he scrambles to the right, that's where those mistakes come in. You saw the interception where he's rolling right. The last two games, I think both those interceptions came on a rollout. He doesn't have the mobility to be able to move out of pressure and then being able to throw an accurate throw. Trey Lance is going to have that in space. You're going to have Deebo Samuel going crazy. And that's what drove me nuts with a guy like Jalen Hurd not being able to get on the field, because you put Jalen Hurd in there, Jawan Jennings probably never gets drafted because Jalen Hurd could have been the guy, your red zone guy, your let's just throw it up over the top with a fade. And like Randy Moss, there's nobody who was going to be able to. The guy was 6'4 plus. The guy had crazy leaping ability, not the fastest in receivers, probably ran a 4.5, 4.6, but his route running was great. And going back, and again, Bashar, I don't mean to go on a rant here. He was a running back at the University of Tennessee. When he transfers to Baylor, he converts to a receiver. You could literally have put Jalen Hurd like you can put Deebo Samuel. You could put him as a running back. You could put him as a fullback. You could put him as a tight end, slot receiver out wide. The guy was crazy in his versatility. The problem is he played 2 preseason games in his entire career, and back, bone chips, whatever it was, he could never get healthy. That guy, same draft as Deebo, same draft as Nick Bosa, same draft as Dre Greenlaw. That draft, as great as it still is, could have been even better if Jalen Hurd could have stayed on the field. I'm telling you, that guy would have made a huge difference. But again, going back to what I was saying, Garoppolo is so limited. You never see him make any type of consistent throws past 10 yards, maybe 15. If he can get the ball to a Debo on a slant or a Kittle, or even getting Elijah Mitchell on a little just the Rams are going to have a hard time in tackling because there's going to be so much open space because your linebackers are coming forward. They don't drop back in coverage because they don't know how to cover. You have guys, like I said, with Von Miller and was it Little? It just doesn't work. The Niners, and I know Shanahan knows this, they are going to move this ball. It's not going to be, I'll tell you, Green Bay, I was shocked at how Leonard Floyd, thank you, Kenny. Leonard, I have to give Green Bay props. That defense was a lot better than what I expected. And it was 3 and out.
They played the run pretty well.
3 and out. You stop the run, the Niners could be in trouble. The Rams don't stop the run. They don't know how. They're going to try to come up at you, and you get past that first line, and you see what the offensive line for the Niners has done all year. 30 to 40 rushing attempts, if not more. And I want 40 minutes of time of possession. The Rams will have no shot.
Hey,
I want to see Ayuk and Debo get those yak plays, man. I'm missing them.
It's crazy.
Go ahead, Keltz.
Ayuk, Kittle, Debo, whatever you want.
What's your score prediction?
I think this game is going to be dominated by the Niners in the first half, and I think the Rams are going to be spending all the time. It's a lot like what you saw in Week 18, but I think it's not going to be 17-0. I think this could be more realistically like 20 to nothing or 23 to nothing, where LA is going to eventually find those touchdowns are going to be in garbage time. I could see this like 31-14, 31-17 for sure. You saw what happened 2 years ago, and I understand this is not the Packers. Packers couldn't stop the run. The Rams have to either putting 8 in the box isn't going to work. And Bashar, you and I have been talking about this, and I just mentioned it. You rush 8 or you keep 8 in the box and try to stop the run, all Garoppolo has to do is call a quick audible, get Debo behind that first little area. You're looking 30, 40, 50 going to the house because he'll outrun any he'll outrun any defensive back that the Rams are going to throw at it, unless they have the angles and whatever else that they need. I'm telling you, the Niners could put a licking on the Rams if they can jump out early. I want us to win the toss. I want to defer. I want to receive in the second half. I want to go quick 3 and out or a quick turnover and punch them in the mouth. You remember what happened in Week 10. That's what I'm expecting again.
You sound like you're ready to jump on the field and sack Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I got an annual crab feed I'm going to tomorrow. I can't wait.
Oh, okay, you got a crab feed. Okay, so we're gonna wrap things up, but do you have any final thoughts that you haven't said yet, really quick before we wrap it up?
Punch him in the mouth and just time of possession. Time of possession is going to be everything.
This guy jumped out late. I don't know if how long he's been watching, but a good guy. Poppy Pablo says, "Let's fucking go Niners." We're running at the 2 hour 17-minute mark, longest show I've ever done.
Bashar, we got an NFC championship to talk about here, man. Forget about the damn time. Forget about anything else. You're in the West Coast. It's not even 12 o'clock yet.
Exactly.
I know you're not going to be going to sleep for another couple hours anyway because you're not going to be able to. Come on now.
We've been out here for a while though. I just want to say this though, man. I appreciate everybody sticking around the chat. It's the longest show I've ever done. People in the chat have been contributing with, all kinds of cool comments, and they've been watching the whole time from when we started. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody who called in earlier. We had some really, really good calls. Keltz Chronicles is on YouTube. You guys subscribe to his YouTube channel. I have his channel description in the description portion of the video. If you click on it, you'll see his links to his social media, and it's going to be a huge game. We're all pumped up, and let's see what a couple of commenters are saying right now. George Bailey says, "We are the brick wall that teams just run into." Bam. But we're the toughest team in the playoffs right now. And George Bailey says, "Good show, Bashar. Thank you. Can't do it without you guys, man. Can't do it with my awesome guests, my callers, Corey, Keltz, all the people who called in earlier." Pinor says, "Great call, Corey." Corey's pumped up, man. I think he's got something else on his mind. And Don Suave called earlier. He says, "We got a big game tomorrow." What's up, Corey? You got something else you want to say?
Oh, no, I was just going to mention to Keltz. I know you got a YouTube channel. If there's anything I can do, follow me on Twitter. I think I found you. Follow me back. And if there's,
I don't think you're on Twitter. Are you, Keltz? I looked for you.
No, yeah, I am.
Oh, I thought I saw. DM me if you need another guest. This is kind of how I got in with Bashar. Bashar and I have been on Spaces for pretty much since the season started. As long as it fits in my schedule and I can make it work, just let me know. You're out in Vallejo. I'm down here in Newark. We're all on West Coast time, so just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Hey, Keltz, you know, I do see you on Twitter now. So what I'll do is I didn't put your Twitter link in the video description, but when the show's over, I'll throw it in. I'll throw it in the video description link, and I'll follow you now on Twitter. And I didn't tag you on Twitter before I went live. Yeah, so I'll tag you on Twitter later. Yeah, an awesome show, man. It's not every day. It's not every day you do a show where you sit and talk with your friends and say, hey, tomorrow we're playing in the NFC Championship game against our oldest rival, the LA Rams. I already showed how many fans, some fan gatherings earlier. It's crazy how I believe they're expecting a 66% turnout for 49er fans in the stadium tomorrow.
It's going to be a sea of red. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be a sea of red.
Beautiful.
But also, Bashar, not every day are you playing for an NFC championship either.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I said forget the time, man. I mean, whatever you got to do. I'm just saying. Bashar's too busy. Oh, my God, we've been on this for over 2 hours. We got to cut. Man, it's the eve of the NFC championship. What are we doing?
I know. I've just been on here for way longer than I thought I'd be on here. Well,
hey, man. Hey, one thing I will say.
Keltz will be on here.
Hey, one thing I will say, man, I'm still new to the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not new to the 49ers, but, I'm new to, hey, man, I've been looking at my tiny little screen on my phone this whole time. So I ain't going to lie to you. My eyes are kind of like, I don't got a laptop set up. I'm looking at y'all in like y'all are like this big on my screen. So, I try. Hey, I try to.
It used to be. Yeah.
Hey, but I try to be respectful, and I try to really, you know what I'm saying, be engaged. I like to really peep y'all out, you know what I'm saying, and just be engaged. And I appreciate you, Corey. I'm gonna hit you up on Twitter and wherever I can find you.
This football season is going to be over here at some point. You name it, I'm in. I'm as big of a sports fanatic as you can tell with the Niners. Baseball, motocross, Formula One, golf, tennis, whatever you want, man. I'm there. So just let me know if there's anything I can do to help you.
Hey, I'm kind of the same way, and I might be a little chill right now, but when the game is going, man, I get fired up. I'm going to be throwing some Ken Norton blows. That's just the way I roll, man. Norton came with them uppercuts, man. His dad was a heavyweight, man. So I always loved the Ken Norton celebration. The Merton Hanks was a funny one, but
awesome.
Man, I'm so juiced up as well, man. I'm fired up, man. I think we're going to, like I said, the more the week went on, the more my score prediction grew. I've said it, a few times, 34-20, man. I really believe we could win this by, 2 touchdowns without a doubt. Who knows if, hopefully the refs don't have their hand in it, and hopefully we get to see us play a complete game.
I want to make one more quick point here, Bashar. I know you got to close out here. You look at all these analysts, and you see all their not really so much the score prediction, but who's going to win. All the people saying the Rams is, well, at some point here they're 0-6 in the last 6. Something has to change. There's no real, no real reason outside of they're at home and all this other. I said, listen, the more physical team is going to win this game. That's how the playoffs work. That's just how it works. You think that this soft-ass team, even though that they're playing – I told this about the Packers last week. I had to swallow my words a little bit because Green Bay was a very good team, much better than what we saw a couple years ago. The Rams are soft. The Rams at 12-5 or whatever the hell they finished at, 11-6, they are not a 12-5 team. They are not. They ended up getting away with a lot of stuff. Dallas, same sort of thing. Play your game. Put them behind. Don't do what you did 3 weeks ago, falling behind 17-0, because then you will be in trouble. But it's a matter of jumping out early, hitting them in the mouth, making them feel what we're about again, because the familiarity is there, and have the Rams have to play from behind. Some caller was talking about earlier if Stafford has a ball in his hands late or if they have to win. No.
Hey, y'all, I gotta do it moving. I got some business that I do have to attend to.
Okay, I'm gonna close up anyway. So,
hey, good looking, my man Corey. Hey, Bashar. I appreciate you.
Oh yeah.
Letting me on your show, man. It's been awesome. Probably the longest show I've ever, been on as well. But regardless of the time, hey, I'm glad I got to meet you, Corey, I'm glad I got to meet a lot of the other guests. And, hey, man, I think you're just super cool, Bashar, man. I never expected you to be able to rap the way that you did. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just.
Hey, man, we're lucky every once in a while. Yeah, we know.
Hey, I got a little bit of fire in me when it comes to that stuff. But the one thing that I do like to do to get hyped up is faithful. Rise up. Let's get it. Yee! Let's go.
I love it, man. Thanks for having on. I love
All right,
it, man.
y'all. Peace.
All right, take care. Great, excellent guest. Yeah, I had Corey on here as a guest as well. Awesome. So, anything you want to say as far as some Niner cheers, some Niner hype that you want to throw out before I close the show?
I pretty much said everything I had to say. It's just, we've been talking about this pretty much all week. We talked about the divisional round last week. Jump out early. Put the Rams in a hole. Defense, just pedal to the metal. Don't let off. Don't let them gasp for air. Step on their damn throat and just suffocate them slowly but surely. Long drives, keep the ball. Jimmy, don't make mistakes and turnovers. You got to jump on. You got to be able to jump on Stafford early, make him uncomfortable. You know how Stafford is. He's going to end up making mistakes when he feels that pressure. So
Stafford is Stafford. Just it's the same way Jimmy is Jimmy. But we're a stronger, tougher team, and defense wins championships.
And we've been in playoff mode for the last month.
Tomorrow's going to be a crazy day, man. I'm already feeling it. Shout out to all the people in chat again. Shout out to Keltz Chronicles, awesome guests. And then I had some amazing callers. Of course, you're one of them, Corey, and everybody just does a great job of helping contribute to the show as much as I do. I think we're all like a team, just like the Niners are. We got that 49er locker room brotherhood that Pioneer was saying. I think we all have it. And great to have you guys on 49er Minded, where we get into the minds of 49er fans. We're in the NFC Championship game. We're one step away from getting to the Super Bowl and possibly getting number 6. And with that said, keep repping those 49ers and stay 49er minded. Let's go, NFC Championship game. Peace.
Come on, 49er faithful, let's get it.
Because it's 49er mind.
We gotta do this one time for the Empire.
It's 49er mind. It's 49er mind.
We gotta get that brick by brick real quick.
49er mind.
Yo, we can't listen to them haters, man.
49er mind.
We from the Bay.
49er mind.
We them San Francisco 49ers.
49er mind.
We got that red and gold blood inside us.
49er mind.